Welcome back to Nonsense. We're back in Halo 3.
Indeed, back in 2007. Took a
Barely.
little hiatus with Repo and Deadlock, which was fun.
It was fun.
Nice, nice that we didn't have to delay it for more than a week.
Yeah, Repo was fun.
Indeed. Did you have a preference with those games at all, by the way?
I liked Repo.
Yeah, Repo was cool.
I'm never
Deadlock
o-
is just a
I'm,
lot.
I'm never opening Deadlock ever again.
Even if we invite you,
Eh, it's just
we
not.
have to bribe you.
I would. Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't really my thing. I wasn't really having fun with that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But okay, we have we've elected to ignore some things, and we're going to focus on others. So, before we get into our media talk, I've watched a lot of stuff the last couple weeks. How about
I've
yourself?
watched a couple things.
I will let you begin.
Um, First thing I watched was The Untouchables.
Ooh, ooh.
Brian De Palma movie takes place
Mhm.
in 1930 Chicago.
I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's a gangster movie.
Hmm.
That's all I got to say about it. 6 out of 10.
Fair enough. Not all that memorable.
It's not the it's my letterbox review was every period gangster movie feels exactly the same.
Yeah, that's
I was getting what's that movie with Tom Hanks? Road to Peridian.
what gangster movie has Tom Hanks been in?
What's it called? Road to Perition? Road to
I have
something.
no goddamn clue. I cannot help you there.
Road to Peridian, I think it's pronounced. Directed by
Okay.
Sam Mendes.
Cousin of Shawn Mendes.
And it's about a DC novel. Interesting.
Oh, is it?
But it's about gangsters, and Tom Hanks is the star in it.
Damn.
And that's also a really fucking boring gangster movie.
Cool.
So 6 out of 10. Then I watched Afterlife, which is it's a Japanese movie from 1998.
Okay.
And the concept is this: so these people die, and then they go to this like social services building. And when they're there, they stay there for a week. And while they're there, they're told that they have 3 days to pick one memory of their entire life to have forever.
Ooh.
And then, so they spend the 3 days, figure out the memory, and then they recreate the memory for them. And then after the week, they go to heaven or hell, wherever they're going, with that one memory for the rest of their life.
Interesting.
It's a really good movie. It's like it kind of feels like a quasi documentary in a way. It's a little depressing, but I thought it was really great. I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
I'm glad. That actually sounds really good.
Mm-hmm. It's on Max. It's on the Criterion Channel.
Classic.
So that's all I watch.
All right. So I'm not sure how much you've been following my Letterboxd, but I watched.
I saw that you watched Awakenings.
Yes, I saw Awakenings.
I've heard of it.
That is a movie I've been recommended for many years now, and I only really took the time to watch it like I think a week and a half ago. But basically, for those who don't know, it's about the story of Robin Williams, a doctor, and things names like Doctor Lacey or something. Maybe I'm not gonna try and remember character names. Basically, it's about a doctor who was for a brief time able to. I don't remember it's a very long medical term, but he was able to briefly cure this. I guess nervous system condition where the patient goes catatonic, and the temporary cure was a lot of a certain type of medicine. And the cool thing about that movie was you kind of learn that the brain, even when it's kind of catatonic, is still able to react to things. Like even when you yourself are not aware, your brain is, because you know we're not always in tune with our bodies as we think we are. Robert De Niro is great in it. He's only really like other. It was Marge Simpson's voice actress. What is her name? God damn it. She was a nurse in it, and she was also really good.
What is her name?
Oh,
I don't remember.
I'll just look her up real quick. But yeah, Julie Kavner. Julie Kavner.
Okay.
She was great as well. There was most of the movie takes place in one hospital though, so like a lot of scenes do kind of look similar, but it's care about the drama between characters by people waking back up and reconnecting with loved ones. A lot of heartful moments, a lot of really great emotional scenes. It was just a great drama, really. Granted, it's a true story, and I'm not gonna say how it ends, but it's not a happy ending.
Hell yeah.
I will say Robin Williams he's more on like the pragmatic type of character this time around. He wasn't really the most like he had like his moments of like gentle nurture and all that,
Mm-hmm.
but he most of the time he was kind of just logic thinking, logic based doctor, which makes sense. That's what doctors are supposed to be. So most emotion
is it like a Patch Adams thing?
maybe, but most emotion is carried by De Niro and that character's mother.
Okay.
Really good movie. I give it a 8.5 to 9 out of 10. Amazing.
Yes.
Also, I think the best part of Robin's character in that is that his character loves to go to this garden. And as someone who has wanted to go to a garden or botanical type of area for a long time, it was nice to kind of get that itch kind of scratched, I guess.
That's a weird desire.
It's just peaceful, you know? I just like surrounded by plants. That's why I like walks. But anyway, I also took the time so I finished Severance, all of season 1 and 2 now.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing show. I do think season 1 is literally 1 point better, if not half. And that's because in season 2 there was like 1 or 2 moments I was like slightly confused with character motivations, but that's because they try to play more with the whole, the concept of the show, like people going to work.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Okay. They play more with the inning and outy stuff, which kind of makes some character dynamics a little hard to follow sometimes, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Great cinematography, great music, great set design, excellent camera work. I think camera work's a bit better in season 2. Like they had that famous running shot of Adam Scott
in the first episode. Yeah.
Right. But dude, the best part of it is how basically most of the actors in this have to play 2 characters, and that leads to so much excellent and riveting dramatic irony, character dynamics, and characters making decisions which would only make sense for one half of them to do, while the other one's like, hey, what the hell did that guy do? What the fuck? Like, it's just so many entertaining and memorable moments. The cast is excellent. John Turturro is a big standout. I don't think I've ever seen like a bad performance from him, but this is by far my favorite thing he's ever been a part of. That's saying quite a bit considering his long career, but I also really, I mean, the man himself, what's the guy from
Ben Wyatt?
Ben Wyatt, thank you.
That's not his actor's name, but
that's not his actor's name.
No, it's Adam Scott.
I just said I thought fuck me.
Ben Wyatt's the fucking.
He's different. Anyway, Adam Scott is again also my favorite performance from him in the show. I want you to see it, so I'm not really going to talk about much of the story beats, but with how he handles his role, it's a heartbreaking story, really, and everyone in it. I'm really trying not to spoil anything. It sucks, but season 1's a 10, season 2's a 9.5. The best show I've seen all year, hands down. The next movie I saw was Sinners.
Oh, you finally saw it.
I saw it last night.
You didn't rate it.
Sunday night. And I was gonna try and talk about it here first because I want to surprise you because I thought you'd be stalking me like a vulture. But anyway, I loved it. I really liked it. I agree with you. I mean, it's not much competition. The best thing that Coogler's done, but like, I think it's a combination of 2 Black Panther movies, and I've never seen Creed, so I don't know. But I loved it too. Like, one of my buddies who I saw it with he saw it a couple more times before I saw it with him, and I kind of got a little more insight into why like the first half of the movie and the second half are so different, and it makes sense. Like, sure, characters are meant like the night in the juke bar is meant to be like the best night of their lives, and then all of a sudden they get struck by vampires. And I won't try to spoil much, folks, if you all want to see it. It's still kind of recent, but I'll go into... I want to ask you a very specific question, which will force us to spoil it, so just warning there, folks.
Okay.
Anyway, great set design, great music. My favorite scene, which I don't think is very surprising, is when the ancestors or people from different time periods, like their cameos with the music.
Yeah.
Like, that was...
They like go through like different eras of music. Yeah.
That was sensational, like genuinely.
It was pretty cool.
I also found the vampires were pretty fun too. Like the main guy, like, I mean, he was fun.
They were fine. They were okay.
They were fine. Like they had a great moment of like when Haley Steinfeld went out to go see them, and they were singing their little song. That was really nice. And it's really cool that they were able to pick a group that was like, at least the guy on the left who looks so racist but has like such a good voice. Like, just great casting all around, really. And admittedly, it's classy, and I like they played around with the whole like vampires can't come in unless you invite them in.
Yeah,
like that was, I like those moments. But here's the thing I want to ask you about. You mentioned that this movie borrows a twist from another movie. Yeah. What twist was that?
So From Dusk Till Dawn is basically, it's a movie with starring George Clooney and Quentin Tarantino. They're cops, I think. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I believe they're cops. Anyway, for the first half of the movie, it's like a kind of serious cop movie, from what I remember. I need to look it up now because I don't want to say that it's a cop movie if it isn't.
All right.
But anyway, the first half of it is pretty straight-laced, and then they go to this nightclub, and suddenly, without any warning, it turns into a vampire movie.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay.
Yeah. On the run from a bank robbery that left several police officers dead, Santiago's paranoid loose cannon brother hightailed to the Mexican border, kidnapping preacher Jack. Okay. But yeah, it turns into like kind of a serious movie, and then it turns into like a vampire / comedy.
Okay, so you're talking about the genre shift. That's what you were talking about. Okay, because I was like, what? I was thinking it was the KKK, but at the end there, when I saw it, I was like, that's an actual twist.
Oh no!
They kind of telegraphed the vampires, but that makes sense now. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And to be fair, yeah, that is a pretty damn similar plot progression. But,
Bro stole it.
It is an 8.5 for me. It is the best movie I've seen new movie I've seen this year.
It's
so far.
It's a 7. I think.
I have not seen many others new this year. Keep that in mind. But we all know what I'll be first day for in July. But yeah.
Sinners is a normie's masterpiece.
Normie's masterpiece.
It is a movie it's a movie for the normies.
It's a good movie, dude.
It's a good movie that, it's for the normies.
Well, then again, I do have a few friends who also enlightened, because Coogler, I mean, in his films, he touches on a lot of like sensitive subjects to the black community.
Yeah.
And my friend is black, so he was able to pick up a lot more on that.
Fair.
And he appreciated a lot for that. So I wouldn't, just for sensitivity's sake, I'm not going to call it that. But to be fair, Ryan Coogler he's mostly known for his Marvel work, and people mostly know him for that. So I think where you're coming from there is, it's
I'm coming from someone who has never seen his other movies, and I'm just speaking.
Okay.
I'm speaking solely on this one standalone movie.
Wait, then how do you know Black Panther's bad then?
I've seen the fucking trailer for it.
Well, I mean, it's not a good movie.
It looks like fucking garbage.
Granted, I would ask you to actually see the movies you call bad.
I'm good.
No.
That trailer was fucking cancer.
Yeah, it wasn't a good trailer, but like, not all trailers are indicative of the quality of the films.
I'm not watching it.
I'm not asking you to. I'm just saying that if you're gonna call something bad, please engage with it first. It's My Last of Us 2 received kind of, which why I think it was judged unfairly a bit when it came out, because people just judged it without even engaging with it meaningfully, which is why I don't respect a lot of opinions about it.
Fair.
You get what I mean, though. Anyway, I'm
still gonna say it's a normie's masterpiece.
Fair enough. 8.5 for me. Shall we talk about being John Malkovich now?
What, you don't want to talk about Romeo and Juliet?
I thought we said we're going to skip that.
What, you don't want to even mention it?
Fine, Romeo and Juliet, 0 for me. Not
All right,
good.
all right, being John Malkovich.
Anyway, did you give like a 1 or something with
Yeah, I give it a
RNJ?
1.
Yeah, just obnoxious camera work. Really,
One of the
shitty
worst
setting.
movies I've watched in a long time, and I've seen it before.
We both have.
We've both seen this movie before, and it's one of the worst movies I've seen in a long time.
Utter like, ugh, it's
Talk about cancer for a movie.
it's like a theater kid's Cocomelon. Like, good lord,
Like it's
Fucking Christ.
it's so bad.
It's so bad.
It's one of the worst movies we've watched on here, and you'll see it in when the wheel video comes out after the
Indeed,
summer.
I hope it was a fun segment to edit if you have done it.
I have already done it. I'm all caught up on that.
You're all caught up. Good shit. All right. Anyway,
So far it's 30 minutes.
Yeah, we got a lot longer than that. Oh boy.
There's 20 movies on the wheel.
You fucking move. Your hard drive is gonna hate you.
I am making the prediction. It's gonna be the video's gonna be about 3 hours.
Only 3 hours.
That's my prediction.
All right, I'll put money on it, but then again, I don't want you to lose any. Anyway, I got nothing more to say about it besides Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes have the potential to play a decent version of the characters if they were in a better movie.
I have nothing to say about it. It's a disgrace to humanity.
Being John Malkovich.
Being John Malkovich, it was good.
It was fine. It was good for what it was.
It was a fun little time that kind of made sense and kind of didn't make sense.
Yeah, we kind of got lost with the rules of the.
Because the movie started to disregard the rules.
It did. Yes, it did. And to be fair, I kind of blanked out a bit near a part.
That's fair.
Like the movie is, I mean, it starts off relatively reasonable, but it just kind of gets more and more crazy.
It gets a little messy.
But it's a fun time for what it is.
I think it was also Kaufman's first script, I think.
Was it now?
Let me fact check this.
Yeah, let's fact check that, chat, please.
His first film script, anyway.
Okay, well,
yeah,
I mean,
his first film.
I'm glad he opened with an absolutely batshit insane idea, I guess. Although I said in my Letterboxd review where it's like, this is the one movie where John Malkovich is the only normal one.
He is the only normal one in the movie, which is kind of crazy.
Like, everyone else, I'm not sure if that was part of the bit. Like, maybe at the time, Malkovich was like this super niche actor that only some people knew about. They knew him for
that's the other thing about this movie. It's like, why is everyone like treating John Malkovich like he's like this legendary actor that's been around for centuries when he's not done a whole lot by 1999.
Maybe it was just like a Simpsons thing when they predicted the future or something. I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not actually riding on that, but all I can say was that Kaufman might have thought it was funny.
Yeah.
He probably saw Malkovich in something and thought, "Hey, this guy's kind of weird. Wonder what it's like to be him."
Maybe.
And then proceeded to.
Kaufman's probably a deep enough guy to think of that.
Probably, very likely. Admittedly, I kind of. I mean, I don't really have the most to say about it besides it was just kind of unlike anything I've ever seen, but also not something I'm going to remember much about.
Yeah, it might be one of those criterions I sell.
Maybe.
I've actually I have sold a couple Blu-rays within the past month. Mainly ones that I don't think I'm ever going to watch again. Some of them that I bought for nonsense, and then I just don't really like it.
And which ones were those?
Memento was one of them.
Yeah.
I sold that one in a heartbeat.
Right.
Nashville, Fear and Loathing, I sold.
Mm-hmm.
What else did I sell? I sold Blood Simple, but that doesn't really have much to do with this. I just
We've
found it
never
boring.
talked about that at all, but yeah.
Yeah, that was just a boring movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess being John Malkovich was like a 7 to me, just for entertainment value.
I gave it a 7 in the video, but I'm going to a 6.
We're going to a 6.
I'm going to a 6.
Any reason or just vibes?
The more I think about it, it's just like, I don't know. It's cool, but I'm not going to remember a lot of it outside of like the one idea of the movie.
outside just the doorway, and then people dropping off in the middle of a goddamn highway.
That's the only thing I'm gonna remember from it.
Valid. And also John Cusack being an utter nut job the entire time.
Yeah,
And somehow getting with Cameron Diaz. Like that would ever happen.
that would ever happen.
Like Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox. Just no fucking way. But alright. So, do you have any more thoughts you want to share?
No, Last of Us.
Last of Us time. So
First of all, the price.
yes.
The price. Oh, that was a really good episode.
It is my favorite of the whole show.
I was gonna say it's up there as one of the best episodes of the series.
Mm-hmm.
We finally got Future Days.
Finally, good lord!
Finally, they teased like a fucking Marvel cameo in the previous episode,
and they pulled it off.
And they finally did it. I'm proud of them.
They did the bare minimum. They did the thing.
Bare minimum.
They did the song the first episode was named after.
Lord. But watching their like dynamic throughout the episode was really just endearing to watch.
It just makes you miss, better writing.
It makes you miss one of the leads of the show.
Yeah. One of the main reasons people kind of tuned in, I think.
Yeah.
In the was Pedro Pascal a big motivator for you to come in, or
no?
No, okay.
I knew about the game, and I was like, all right, I'll watch the show.
Well, for the vast majority of people, him being in it was a bigger reason because of Game of Thrones and The Mandalorian. But yeah, I guess tell me more about it. What are your thoughts?
I love that it kind of like jumps around between like a couple years. I'm glad that they didn't it wasn't like over the span of like a week or something.
Yeah, that'd be a bit much.
But I like that. Like both of their acting in this is really good. Mm-hmm. I really love that space part of it.
Again, that scene's basically 1-to-1 from the game,
which is good. That was a really sweet moment.
Mm-hmm.
I love the final part on the porch. I know there were some people like complaining about it. I didn't really look too much into it, but I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, that might be my favorite part of the episode.
It's my favorite scene of both games.
That's kind of all I have to say about it, just because it's been 2 weeks since I watched it. But
yeah,
but I fucking loved it. It's a 9 out of 10 episode.
Yeah, this is. Remember when I said that the stuff with Joel and Ellie is the only part that feels like a genuine sequel to the first?
Yeah.
Because it's the only part that actually gives Joel and Ellie the time and space to deal with both the ramifications of actions of the hospital, but also showing how their relationship develops post that event.
Mm-hmm.
You get time to breathe with characters we love, and
yes.
There's pros and cons to all the flash. By the way, these are this episode. For better, oh my god! Everything in this episode is basically everything Joel did in the second game. So, this is most likely going to be the last we're going to see of him, which that sucks.
That is fucking tragic.
I don't know that for sure. I'll get into why I think that later on, but everything in this episode, all those flashbacks we saw, granted, there was some new stuff, which I'll mention in a second here, but everything we saw Joel and Ellie do in this one, those were in flashbacks scattered across the first half of the game than the last, hour or so, basically. They were much more spread out, much more... honestly, more time was given to them in the game because you play through them, you can take them at your own pace, but as they are in this episode, I think they're paced very well. Acting's great, the Pascal and Ramsey's dynamic is as good as ever. The museum is heartwarming, though they did skip a really great section of them with the dinosaur bones, which I really wish they didn't skip, because there's a really cute moment where Ellie puts hats on them and it's funny.
And you just like dinosaurs.
Yes, I do, but at the same time, the space part is the best sequence because it's Joel.
Mm-hmm.
The reason he went to this museum was because they had all this space stuff.
Yeah.
We see in this flashback him trying to connect with her because in the end of the first game, some people had the weird criticism that Joel was just kind of replacing Sarah with Ellie. He didn't really care about Ellie as much as a person, but obviously that wasn't true.
No.
And him going to this place shows that he genuinely cared for her as her own person and that he was ready to move on to adopting her, essentially, basically. But yeah, museum sequence is basically one-to-one. The whole helmets smells like space and dust and all that.
Yeah.
Rocket scene, great, heartwarming. The whole like, did I do okay? Like line that was.
Yeah. That's pretty
Granted,
good.
I mean, I do overall prefer Troy Baker's performance, but as Joel, but Pedro Pascal in this episode is probably at his best as Joel to me. But speaking of some of the best moments, so Future Days. We only got hints of it in the game, but his crafting skills, making guitars, doing the wood crafting stuff, wood carving, sorry. Seeing him make a guitar for Ellie is something I really wish we could have saw in the game, because the most we see of that is him polishing off the part where the moth is in the opening cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
Implied that he built it, but we actually get to see him build it, and I liked it. Anything more with Joel, I like. What can I say? But yeah,
almost like Joel is one of the best characters.
Almost like he was the main protagonist of the first game and why people were able to get into this story. But anyway, yeah, Future Days was great. Pedro did his own version of the song, like what Ramsey did with Take On Me.
And it sounded great.
It sounded great. It sounded a lot more like a man who was out of practice.
Yeah, and I kind of respect that.
Yeah, because Troy Baker, like, even though he did kind of go for that, he kind of still sang pretty well, which, fair. I love both versions pretty much equally. And I'm really glad Pascal was able to have that moment just for himself, because I was worried we weren't going to get that.
Mm-hmm.
But to go even earlier on, though, we never got a flashback of Joel's dad in the game ever. And Javier Miller, played by Tony Dalton.
Yeah, that was interesting.
So, what do you think of that sequence?
At first, I was a little confused by it. I just wasn't really expecting it. In retrospect, it's like they could have gone either way with keeping it or not.
Fair.
It doesn't really add. It adds like a tiny bit, but it's nothing that like they don't reveal in the actual episode.
Yeah, the whole like, I hope you do better than me line. Yeah, that could have. I was kind of similar. Like, I like that it's here because we get more of Joel and Tommy's past, which people have wanted to see more of Joel and Tommy's past since 2013. So to get like a tidbit of it here was nice, but ultimately to kind of imply that Joel is like part of a cycle of abuse is a bit nihilistic, because, I mean, in the game, Joel was just a victim of of people leaving him and some reckless decisions when he was a kid. That was all that we really knew. But to have this, like, I'm kind of mixed on it. I'm fine with it being there, but would I keep it there if I was given the chance? Maybe not.
Yeah.
I know that Druckmann directed this episode. Yeah. He liked Tony Dalton a lot in Better Call Saul, so he was like, fuck it, let's just bring him in for this. Because it was like, I'll get actually into this with Convergence in a minute, but he had like some notes and some other stuff he wished he would have done like with the game when he first made it, and one of those was like a flashback with Joel and Tommy. So, there's that. Anyway, though, I loved, God, Bella Ramsey was so fucking good in this episode too, though.
She was fucking great.
The show continues one of the best things they did in the first season, and that was add new scenes. There was so the flashbacks that they kept from the game were the museum, them and them on the porch. That was actually about it. Those are the only two, because they did something kind of funny with the porch. But the seeing like Ellie try to like burn her arm, and like the aftermath of that was never something we saw in the game. We just heard Ellie talk about it with Dina. And the way Ellie was like talking to Joel, like when she was like I think it was on painkillers. The way she talked to him, like the way she said "I'm sorry," like it was the most heartbreaking shit in the world, because she genuinely sounds like she's really sorry, like that she disobeyed Joel, because newsflash, she loves the guy, They love each other. And just the tone she says, I'm sorry. Like, how can you not like shed a tear or something, man?
Right.
But yes, another scene we got, which was only hinted at in the game through Ellie's journal, was a scene with Kat with the tattoo.
Yeah.
That was that's not original to the show, but they only showed it in the show. We do see a little more of So Joel like had some implied homophobia in the game when he first met Bill. Like when Frank was hanging in a room, he was like, your buddy in there, that's a tough deal. He just called him his friend, really. He
Yeah.
didn't really acknowledge him fully as his partner. And in this scene, we kind of get some more of that, like, we're experimenting with girls, like we get some more conflict. And
Fair.
I liked it because the great, I think one of the best things this episode does is it has like, it's a never ending increase in tension with Joel and Ellie.
Yeah,
We start off,
you could feel it the whole episode.
it was paced very well.
Mm-hmm.
And this, again, the whole Cat was actually Ellie's first like fling in Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And after that was only really when she kind of got more involved with Dina. But it was nice to see that. That was new and cool. Ellie impulsively trying to move out to the garage was also kind of funny. When Joel's like, "It's fucking raining, you nuts!"
Yeah.
And even though I'll get into notes on Ellie in a little bit here, but her impulsiveness as like a younger, as like a 15, I think she was 15 or 16 in that sequence, but Ramsey honing the more like childlike and young adult aspects of Ellie's character was amazing too. I'm kind of going in circles by just calling her good, but she's able to nail different times of this person's life and how she acts. And I think people are really disregarding that, which really makes me sad.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get into the stuff with Eugene. What'd you think of Joey Pantoliano coming in out of nowhere?
It was nice.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Yeah, it was fun to be around for like 5 minutes until I got blasted.
Yeah.
But so Eugene was, to reiterate myself, he was never shown in the game. He was only talked about as this ex-Firefly who sadly got infected, and he actually killed himself in the game. He didn't get shot by Joel.
Yeah.
And Eugene, I like the scene because how Ellie finds out about Joel's lie is completely different in this episode than it ever was in the game.
Oh,
it is a
really?
completely different process. In the game, Ellie still like tries to she thinks about what he said to her years after, like, hey, let's break down the facts. Does it really make sense? Did what he say to me really add up, knowing what the Fireflies were like?
Mm-hmm.
And granted, the lie was worded differently in the show than was in the game. Like in the show, he mentioned raiders. In the game, he was just like, the tests were useless, so I just kind of got us out of there. A lot more people like you. So to see Ellie kind of like question his words of like how could they not have seen raiders come up if they were able to spot us from like miles away? Like it was a little more rushed in the show, but it still made sense, and I still bought it.
Yeah.
And how things went with Eugene is how she finds out, because he was so willing to lie to his wife,
Mm-hmm.
Catherine O'Hara's character, and once he did that,
Which is kind of fucking crazy to do.
Yeah,
like, talk about committing to the bits.
Real, dude. But Joel is willing to, I think at this point in his life, he was willing to lie to people for the sake of weakening the blow.
Yeah.
Because as we saw with the porch scene, Ellie actually knowing the truth hit her like a truck.
Mm-hmm.
That is heartbreaking. So it was easier for her and for him, quite frankly, to lie to her. And she saw that same pattern with how he lied to Catherine O'Hara. And then she said the whole like, you swore, and then that's basically where the therapy scene in episode 1 kind of comes in, because I thought when the first episode came out, I was confused for Joel to be like, I don't know what I did wrong, because in the game he knows very damn well what he did wrong. Because in the game, Ellie actually went back to Salt Lake, to that hospital by herself, and saw all the bloodstains. She saw all the aftermath of what happened, and she was able to find a couple. Granted, some people have criticized it over the years. I think it's fine, because in the first game there were like tape recorders of people talking, just audio log, basic game design. She saw another one of those, and then that's how she learned the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Joel followed her. They had a conversation, which was really good, really well acted, and heartbreaking. But ultimately, Ellie decides to. Well, she confronts Joel. He tells her the truth. She decides to go back to Jackson, but she considers their relationship basically done.
Yeah.
And Ellie's in the show was a lot more just kind of avoidant, where Ellie in the game is kind of more just harsh with her boundaries, a lot more cunning, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But here's where we get to my favorite moment of the episode and of all of this entire show: the porch. And actually, I'm gonna shut my fucking mouth because I just want to show you the scene from the game for you.
Okay.
Because I know you haven't really. How much have you actually engaged with
The second game?
the games in general? Like, how much have you actually seen their cutscenes or their gameplay, things like that?
I've seen some stuff from the first game. I have seen 1 to 2 scenes from the second game.
Do that. I'll shut up now.
Hey.
What are you drinking?
Coffee.
Where'd you get that?
Those people that came through last week.
Hmm.
I'm a little embarrassed as to what I had to trade to get it, but it's not bad.
I had Seth under control.
Yeah, I know.
And you need to stop harassing Jesse about my patrols.
Okay. Dana. Is she your girlfriend?
No. No, that was just one kiss. It didn't mean anything. She just, I don't know why she did that.
But you do like her.
Stupid.
I have no idea what that girl's intentions are, but I do know that she would be lucky to have you.
You're such an asshole.
I'm not trying to.
I was supposed to die in that hospital. My life would have fucking mattered. But you took that from me.
If somehow the Lord gave me a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
Fuck's sake.
Thank you, cutscenes.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't think I can ever forgive you for that. But I would like to try.
I like that.
Okay. I'll see you around.
Yeah.
And that is how they did it in the game. The main reason why I like it more is because of the way Joel says his best line in the entire series. If some other lord ever gave me a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
That is a
I have
good
never
line.
I've never agreed with the opinion that Joel has been somehow like the changes of Joel ever made him weaker as a character, that made him less convicted or less strong, if you will. But at that moment where he shook his head, that was where I kind of saw a little bit of misdirection, because shaking your head is supposed to imply that you feel conflicted about something. The way Joel stands up tall and looks Ellie dead in the fucking eye, that is what Joel would do. And on top of that, with the way the show went, they didn't have to essentially explain, or Joel didn't have to admit what he did in the same scene. The scene was all about the aftermath, the consequences.
Mm-hmm.
They had Joel basically. I mean, I like the way the scene went with how Ellie confronted him about his lies. That was fine to me. It wasn't a horrible change, but it definitely, to me, it kind of weakened the scene. Not gonna lie, because in the game, well, I love that Joel says "I love you." He shows it in the game just without saying it. And I appreciate subtlety. Like,
Yeah.
we both do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. There are parts of it of the game scene that looks a little better.
Granted, the fucking definition was horrible, and I'm sorry about that. I didn't know the video was going to look that bad. The game looks so much better, and
I'm sure
I
it
really wish
does.
I had a different channel. But regardless, the way Troy Baker delivers every one of his lines, I feel like it just has that hint of weakness and vulnerability that Pedro almost gets to, but just never fully compares to for me.
Fair.
And that's me. But I still love the scene because it kind of tied the whole like intro flashback with the dad up. You know, when you have one your own, hope you do better than me.
Yeah.
And yeah, that scene in the game is my favorite scene of both games. And I have come to the realization in the last couple weeks that the Joel and Ellie content of the second game is actually my favorite of their character development, because it's just the most interesting. They aren't developing; they are developed, and they're at their most conflicted with each other. But
It's like a before midnight.
yeah, but like Before Midnight, we don't get a fucking follow-up because unlike Before Midnight, the fucking character that we love dies. So,
he
God damn it.
dies.
And then
Imagine if Jesse died.
Imagine gets shot in the cheek like the other Jesse does.
Imagine if Celine shot him.
Honestly, after everything they've been through, I wouldn't even blame her. Kind of. Anyway, 9 out of 10 episode for me. My favorite of the whole show. Yeah.
9 out of 10.
But now, I know you don't have much to say about the final episode, and I'll try to keep it.
Here's all I have to say about it. It's fucking garbage. I absorbed nothing from it. I'm so sick of watching them run around Seattle. They've been doing it for pretty much the whole goddamn season.
Yeah.
Ellie gets fucking shot at the end. Woohoo. Wow, now we're switching to the other perspective, like the game. Whoa.
And all of their character development is paused.
and then they play a shitty Soundgarden song for the credits, and that's the end of the season.
One of the worst finales I've ever goddamn seen.
5 or 4 out of 10.
Here's the thing, I'm about to be harsher than you. For once.
All right.
Because Jesse was done dirty this episode. I think he was more of an object here in the show than he ever was in the game. Because he was given fuck all development.
I kind of forgot he was there.
Exactly. See? Like, so he's just reduced to the reason why Dina and Ellie have a kid to worry about.
Like, all I remember is, doesn't Jesse help pull the arrow out of Dina's leg?
Yeah, he pulls the bolt out.
That's all I remember.
Yep. So, I'll start with Jesse first because that was one that pissed me that was the part that pissed me off the most, because when I talk about Hillcrest, which I know for sure now is never going to get adapted because Jesse was in the plot by the time Hillcrest was around in the game, but in the game we get so much time with him just walking around, getting to know him, understand his history, and I fucking hate they removed this so much. But Jesse in the game looked up to Joel. He would have went out with Ellie and Dina in the game if they asked him to. He's so much more of a G and a friend and just a really respect-worthy dude because he's committed to his friends because he loves both Ellie and Dina as people. In the show, we don't get it. They didn't give time for Jesse and Ellie to have their own relationship develop. In the game, they didn't really show it either, but it was hinted at with how Ellie grew up in Jackson that they kind of grew up together.
Yeah.
And we didn't get that in the show. We just got the fact they hated each other.
He just kind of showed up.
And on top of that, he has that really disingenuous line at the end where he was like, I'm sure he'd burn the world down if I was like, no, she wouldn't. Not this Ellie. The game Ellie would, but not this Ellie. But oh my god, we don't really get much of Dina, really much at all, except for
She's there.
Yeah, she in the dressing room when she gets the bolt put out of her leg, and then when she gives Ellie the good luck bracelet, which I know there's a name for that bracelet. I'm sorry, I don't know it, but okay.
And then she just vanishes.
Yep, and she's basically delegated to the same position she was for most of the game, honestly, just in the theater.
Nice.
That's why I didn't really like her much in the game, because she was just there most of the time. And we didn't really get to interact with her much, except for when they first got to Seattle. But okay, so the dressing room scene, I didn't hate. I do think that the camera work was a lot better in the game for showing how the journey has impacted Ellie with her wounds and scars.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't just have her back be all fucked up, they have her arms bruised and scratched, her face like hurt as well, because it's implied after she beat Nora that when she got back, the journey back was difficult, and that act took a toll on her. This whole journey of revenge is finally taking its physical toll. And Ellie doesn't say a word to Dina in that scene. She just sits there traumatized, basically, with what she's done.
Yeah.
It's silent. It's kind of, what's the word? It's ambient, but it's introspective as hell. And in the scene they talk, which, fine. I mean, Dina had to learn somehow that Nora got the snot beat out of her before she bit the dust.
Right.
And I'm glad that Ellie did actually tell Dina about Jackson. The Salt Lake Hospital. Because Dina was, I don't think Ellie ever told Dina that in the game. And considering how much of the season has been about developing their relationship and their bond, I do like that they added that, because Dina, though she's been kind of the one making the decisions for most of the season, she kind of made the move of like, we just got to leave now because we've done enough, we've been through enough, and quite frankly, they had their reasons to come, and now we understand that. And Ellie kept that from Dina for most of the journey, because Dina kind of took Jesse's role actually a little bit in hindsight, being the one with the actual like relationship with Joel and kind of looking up to him as a good guy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But the part that really pisses me off was the way was okay. Once they left out to go find Tommy and rendezvous with him, which weird that they brought Tommy into this, considering they changed how Ellie got to Seattle. And like,
that's right. Tommy was in this episode.
Yeah, barely, but he was there.
He sure was.
We first talked in episode 3, I think, or 4. When they first got to Seattle, I praised the show for giving Ellie and Dina more agency going to Seattle. You know, they weren't just following Tommy. But in hindsight, that change was pointless, because they just end up kind of doing the same thing. It makes Tommy's decision to be away from Jesse make no sense, because he's not trying to like get to Abby like he is in the game. He's just kind of shooting WLF for some reason. I don't know why he would do that in the show, considering how he's been characterized as more of a Jackson type of guy, and also him being a father himself.
Right.
Whatever. So I liked Jesse and Ellie's stuff in the library. That stuff was kind of nice, I guess. That was the one bits of like actual content we got of Jesse's past. And most of their time together in the game was spent sharing stories like that. And that's why I liked him in the game, was because we got to kind of know him for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said when he gets to Seattle, that's when he actually gets developed. Right. But we don't. We get shit. We get nothing. He just shows up, says, "Oh, I like this one girl into paintings," and
And
gets
that's
shot in the
it.
cheek. And also the reasons why Ellie and Jesse split up when she saw the Ferris wheel and the whale was honestly, I think the argument was a little worse in the show because it was more about emotions in the show where Ellie was thinking more logically and more in the mindset of we wouldn't get there in time for Tommy to even be there. We would just be overrun ourselves. She was thinking more with tactics in mind. Well,
Mhm.
Jesse was more like, he's one of ours. We gotta go take care of him. But Ellie's like, well, he's here for Abby. He'd want me to do this. And she says the same thing in the show, but we know that that's a lie.
Right.
We know that Tommy didn't want to go after her because he said in episode, I believe 3, that if it was me, like, if I was alive, he'd come after me, but if I was dead, then he wouldn't do anything about it. I know that like Ellie being kind of a liar is meant to kind of parallel Joel's like lying tendencies, but at the same time, it just kind of leads to it just kind of feels a little bit inconsistent with the game, I guess, in ways which just kind of end up being more frustrating to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, though, so when she actually gets down there on the boats, we get to see the WLF all getting geared up to go to the Scar Island, which, fun fact, yes, the Seraphites are from an island off the shore of Seattle. I don't know what that island's real name actually is, but I'm assuming it's there. And we get the most pointless sequence in the episode where she gets kidnapped by Seraphites for like 20 seconds, hangs, they hear a horn, they're like, oh, well, bye-bye.
Yeah.
You know, that was a sequence I knew I hated this episode because it was an interesting idea that was new technically for the show. Not for it was like a concept thing in the game. It was like a plot point they scrapped, but they scrapped it because it added nothing. And here it added nothing. I thought because I'm not sure if you can stick around for season 3. I'll ask you that in a little bit. But Abby is on that island at that time. She's not at the aquarium where Ellie goes after that. I thought they were actually going to really change how the sequence went because they would be stupid for repeating how Abby got to the theater like it did in the game. So I thought that Ellie was actually going to have a confrontation with her on the island instead, and that maybe she had to run away, then Abby would follow her or something. And then that's how the whole Tommy stuff happened. And then Jesse gets shot in the fucking face. But no, she just left and went and killed Owen and Mel, which granted, that scene was good. I like Ellie got a collateral, which goddamn, not even I could do. But they make Mel be more collateral damage, which I think is thematically better. But Owen is a lot dumber in this scene than he was in the game, because he never tries to reach for a weapon in the game. He just like gets closer to the whole map thing. Then he rips the gun out of Ellie's. At least tries to rip the gun out of her hand. Then she shoots him. Like
Yeah.
he was just more smart, I guess. More slow. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't like the changes they made to Owen's death, but I like the changes they made to Mel's. That's all I can say. And then like in the game, Tommy comes up and is like, "Okay, let's get you out of here, kiddo. Bye bye." They go back to the theater, start to make a plan. Then the first Ellie section of the game ends the same way as it does in this episode, with Abby shooting the dad to be, and then. The whole fucking we let you live.
They do a zoom out from what looks like Lumen Field in Seattle.
Yeah, at
Fucking
the end
hate
there.
Seattle.
Yeah, I hope if you were pissed off. Granted, we do get more. Okay, so the obvious is here now. They're not.
We're at the big switch.
We're at the big switch. Yes, we're doing the perspective shifts,
Yep.
and oh god, that was. It's one thing to be criticized for a really awkward plot progression in the game, and to say that you listen to feedback, only to adapt that game and not change it even in the slightest, really. To do it not once, but twice. I gotta commend your idiocy. I really have to. I gotta be honest, Drunkman.
You think Drunkman was behind that?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, him and I think Haley Moss is her name. So, actually, before we get to that section, so I'll talk briefly. I did a little more research into the behind the scenes of Last of Us Part 2, by the way.
Okay.
Just to conclude my thoughts. for the season. But so Neil Druckmann, I made a mistake before. Neil Druckmann did not kick out Amy Hennig and Bruce Straley. That is not what happened. They left, but Amy Hennig was kind of forced to leave because of the way Sony wanted to handle Uncharted 4, and Bruce Straley and Neil Druckmann took on the rest of Uncharted 4 once Hennig left, but then the crunch cycle of Uncharted 4 caused him to leave because it was so stressful for him. He didn't like being the type of guy that would put people in the position to overstress and overwork.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of felt like a bad person, so he left for his own reasons. And then Druckmann was just left by himself. He didn't kick out leadership, but he did make a polarizing sequel. That is still true.
Yeah.
But he also hired on a yes woman, basically. A lot of staff of Naughty Dog left.
I think you told me this before, because I think I remember hearing about that.
Maybe. So shut me up if this.
I've definitely heard the yes that he brought in a yes man, basically.
Pretty much, most of Naughty Dog left after Uncharted 4. Then he was just I'll give. I think her name's Haley Moss. I'll give her this. The idea of trying to tell a story about empathy and trying to connect with your enemy on an emotional level is a compelling idea on paper. It can be interesting. It's what Halo 2 did with the Arbiter.
Mm-hmm.
We were meant to hate the Covenant in the first game, but then they give us this perspective of the Arbiter in the second.
Yeah.
We expand our worldview. Thank God Halo 2 did it better.
Yeah.
Because with the way the second season was set up with the first flashback of Abby in the first episode, I thought they were going to do something similar to what Halo 2 did, honestly. With kind of cutting back and forth between Ellie and Abby, because with Abby being... So I'm sure you know what she looked like in the game, right?
Yeah, I know.
Muscular and all that. That was meant to have her mirror Joel with how muscular he is, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But with her kind of being scaled down, I thought maybe they're trying to make her mirror more Ellie. It wasn't just trying to address a criticism or something. I thought it was an artistic decision. But they didn't do that. And now we're going to go... Now we have some of the worst pacing I've ever seen, because now we're rewinding the clock back.
Yeah.
3 days of characters I barely care about to a protagonist I feel personally insulted me in the game by killing one of my favorite main protagonist of any game I've ever played.
Mm-hmm.
And never really apologizing for it. She felt guilty, sure, but she never really admitted what she did.
Right.
And I can get more into that discussion once the series is actually over, because I think that's saved better for when the story's concluded. But overall, Season 2 was a mess.
Season 2 is... it's a disaster.
You think it's a disaster?
Season 1 is so, like, tip-top clean. Like, It feels like... Well, I would say maybe the Left Behind is a little weirdly shoehorned in, but everything else is pretty well structured.
It's solid. It's
This-
really...
This season's a mess.
The first game was a classic story told very well.
Mm-hmm.
It's the story that that I myself kind of found maybe a little predictable back in the day when I first heard about it. But
it's told really well, and I can look past it.
Yes, you can, because it's told well. We learn about the characters in a natural way. We connect with them over time. We get an entire game for just Joel and Ellie, and we loved them.
And then now you get the second game, which is already a mess of a game, and then you adapt that into a mess of a season.
Indeed.
I would give the season a 6 out of 10.
I give the final episode a 4, by the way, or a 3.
Yeah, final episode's like a 4 or 5.
But for the season, I've only really like 2 or 3 episodes, the first, the second, and the 6th. I think it's more like a 4, 3.5 to me, honestly, because
Fair.
even though I stand by my comments of I prefer the way the story was told in the show, because it was just less personally offensive to me.
Mm-hmm.
I could see a lot of it coming, and I could the experience was just lighter on me than it was in the game.
Right.
At the same time, the game did challenge me more as a viewer and as a person, but not in the ways I think they intended. That's a whole different conversation. We've been talking for an hour.
Yep.
all I'll say is this, and I've said this before: forgiveness comes with accountability, and when there's no accountability,
There's no
no matter what you
forgiveness.
do, I'm not going to forgive you.
Right.
Are you similar?
Yeah, I feel the same.
That's why I like the scene with Nora. And if they're able to give, I don't think it's not gonna be for a long time if it does happen. And I think with all the Joel stuff already done, because that porch scene, by the way, that I showed you,
Mm-hmm.
that was the last scene of the second game. That was how the game basically closed.
Damn.
And it hit a lot harder there, even though the
I
scene
bet.
the show still works. But to me, just pulling it all there at once was kind of selfish of Druckmann, to be honest. I
Yeah.
respected him for his directorial skills, for his directorial debut. Honestly, it was pretty good for what it was. But for him to come in and take all the best parts of the story for himself felt really selfish. Even though I still give the episode a 9 because the story content's still really good.
Yeah.
I just wish he could have given. He would
Sprinkled it in.
Yes, not done it all at once.
Yeah.
You gotta have humility. You gotta have grace, and Druckmann kind of doesn't have much of that as a storyteller. Yeah, I don't know. Season 2 is like a 4 to me.
Yeah.
And that's all 4 of those points are because of the Joel and Ellie stuff. But this isn't a story I love. It's one I feel conflicted about. It's one I'll always feel conflicted about because there's equal stuff I like and equal stuff I hate.
It's a very polarizing sequel already.
It's on the same level of I think when I saw Phantom Menace when it first came out. Honestly.
What do you mean first came out? That movie came out in 1999.
I said if I was there.
Oh.
I would have probably felt someone like, oh yeah, there's some decent stuff, but there's also a heaping pile of garbage over here. Like, what am I supposed to feel? Like, what?
Right.
I don't know. I want to stop talking about it, but I'm not going to. But here's the main kicker. Are you going to keep watching?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I am or not.
Well, I'm committing to my word. I'm going to see it through, but I will not blame you if you do stop watching.
I do kind of want to see it through, but I also don't feel that compelled to see it through.
Yeah, for me, it's more of like a devilish curiosity.
Yeah, because it's like I don't care that much about Abby and her goons,
and I don't think that's going to change much.
And I don't think it's going to win me over with a whole season dedicated to them.
Granted, I'm not totally sure if that's how they're going to do it, even though they're most likely going to do it that way.
Well, because I know that they've mentioned that they want to do a season 4.
Yeah, they did.
And I've also said before that they're not going to go past the second game either. So it's like, what are you doing? Why are we splitting the second game into 3 seasons?
Money.
Yeah.
Money. That's it.
Yeah, money.
This music feels very appropriate. Just this slow piano. Just
I fucking love the first season. I still stand by that. That's a really good adaptation of a video game.
And I will say, I encourage you to actually engage with the games yourself at some point.
Someday I will.
They are gameplay-wise, at least the first game is kind of not the best. I'm sure you'll probably pick that up. You can sprint though, I'll give it that, but
unlike this game.
Like this game, but I feel like you'll find a lot of mechanics to be a little repetitive, but you'll like the story. If you ever get in the second one, ooh god, I'll be curious all the more then. I'll tell you that.
I don't know. I may watch the 3rd season. I don't know. It'll entirely maybe time needs to pass a little bit before I decide on that.
Yeah, and
I mean, it's going to pass because it's probably going to take another 2 years.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I will say this for my opinion. I know you don't really care much about Abby. To be fair, she's not really a character I care much about either, but she's one I could almost respect by the end of it. Almost.
Fair.
Granted, I did think that some of her plot points were a little manipulative, and actually another change they made was they didn't kill any animals this season, really. They did that a lot in the game.
I actually kind of like that change.
They killed Shimmer in the first couple hours. The horse, sorry.
I feel like we don't need to see animals being killed.
They kill not just one, not two, not three, not four, but like 8 dogs.
No.
We kill a lot of dogs.
No.
Some of them you stab very vividly.
No, I don't know.
And the owners cry out in horror when they see the dog corpse.
No. Like, that makes me not want to watch the 3rd season.
Okay, that was the Ellie section, sorry.
I don't care.
You don't really kill dogs when you're Abby. You just, well, you almost kill children, but they're not that
Now
brave.
that I would be down to watch.
I know, they show like Seraphite bodies, but they never actually give you the balls to kill some fucking ankle biters yourself.
I know, right? I'm more excited to watch season 3 of Euphoria.
Knowing that.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch season 3 of Euphoria. That's what I'm looking forward to for television.
Oh, Euphoria. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Euphoria.
I thought you said the season knowing that.
No. No.
All right, though. I'm good.
Let's play the fucking game.
Still have thoughts on like the overall story, but I'll save those when the season ends. The series ends.
Which will be in like 5 years.
Which I'll be like 34 when that shit comes out.
Oh my, don't talk to me like I'm about to turn 30.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm still in my... I'm still in my young person phase. I'm still the hippest person around.
The hippest kid this side of the block.
That's right. I'm still listening to today's music.
Anyway, so to catch us up from 2 weeks ago, the Flood are here now. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, the Flood.
Also, look in the distance over there. There's like a firefight going on.
Nice.
And that's all the AI doing. That's not scripted. That's just... They just placed some assets over there and they started doing that.
Good for them.
I know, right?
Good for them.
Kinda cool. Anyway, though, so...
What do you want to talk about?
I just want to mention that the Cortana visions do eventually stop.
Good. I mean, you said that last time too, so...
I know, but like, once we save her, they're done for good.
Good.
And that is only like 2 missions away, I think, from when we can do that. But anyway, I did want to talk to you a little bit about, because you mentioned it, you didn't really mention it directly last time, but I did want to talk to you a bit about the official Superman trailer. So I'm sure you saw that, didn't you?
I really didn't.
You didn't, actually.
No,
Oh, fair enough.
because I have zero interest in watching it.
Fair enough. Well, I think they do something which I think they should have done the first teaser, which is show more of Clark's personality. They kind of didn't with the other ads. They just kind of showed him doing stuff, which, you know, for a teaser, it's not meant to show very much, I guess, but the official trailer at least did that, so I appreciate it for that.
All right.
I'm excited for the movie. I'll see when it comes out.
I bet you
I guess
will.
that's all. Sure, that's all we can really talk about since you didn't see it then.
I'm not watching it.
Fair enough.
I don't
Even
care.
if it's good.
I don't care about Superman.
Well, you're lost.
He's a nerd.
Not really. He's more of the hunky kid who doesn't really know very much.
That's why I want to beat him up.
You fucking rip you in half.
Not if I do it first. I'll rip him in half long ways.
Good luck with that. Okay, that guy's about to get infected.
You
Anyway. Oh, there's the grave mind again.
Oh.
Ow!
Sorry.
Ow!
Sorry.
How'd you do that to me? Ow! That footed.
That's not what I meant to do.
It was really funny, though.
That was really funny.
At least you didn't dome me in the head with a golf club. Thank you.
Well,
Appreciate that.
That's for later.
Okay, then I guess next topic I was going to talk to you a bit about.
Golfing?
We're kind of critics a little bit on here, even though that isn't really our full shtick.
We are critics, I guess. We are
Yeah, but-
reviewers.
I wanted to ask you, what creators out there do you feel are kind of disingenuous with their criticisms, if
Chris
any?
Stuckman.
For Stuckman? How so?
I think he's super, especially now that he's like, okay, so he's making this movie right now. I don't know if it's come out yet. He was making a movie called Shelby Oaks.
Okay.
Ever since he announced he was making a movie, he's become like this super pretentious person. Like he's better than everyone else. How he speaks.
Really?
Not really not really like exactly how he speaks, but how he kind of like presents himself.
Interesting. Well, I guess that makes sense. I mean, not like it's a good thing, but it does make sense.
Because another thing about him too is like ever since he announced that he's making this movie, he will never review something that's bad or say anything negative about a movie.
About any movie ever?
Any movie.
Huh.
Which, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's disingenuous.
That is super disingenuous.
Yeah, because like if we were just just blowing smoke up HBO's ass with season 2, we'd feel super wrong about it.
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna say HBO did a fantastic job. I'm not gonna say Neil Druckmann did an amazing job.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
gonna
no.
keep calling that
Good, you should.
because it's funny.
It's really funny. And actually, I saw a comment the other day too. Like, yeah, Neil Drunkman. We've influenced so many.
We're such
Anyway,
influencers.
for real, bro. Actually, I think is there a flamethrower down here? Uh-oh.
Ugh,
All right. Oh, this is actually her.
put her down.
Put her down. Shoot
Put
old Yeller her.
down. Old Yeller her behind the shed.
There actually was Cortana there. That's cool. Interesting. Not the Grave Mind speaking through her, like a fucking hologram puppet. Kind of fucked up. But okay, there should be a flamethrower around here, though.
I'm in combat.
Indeed, you are. Good lord.
I'm in a lot of combat.
Back up a titch.
Uh,
Where the fuck is the flamethrower, dude? It was supposed to be around here. Is it not? Because it was a cut asset from Combat Evolved, and they added it back here. Man, all right, whatever.
get somewhere.
Move forward, I guess. Oh, and the floater are one-hit kill now. So if you just melee them with your gun or something, there you go. Flood are really easy in this game.
Really are. I kind of like.
They were all infected.
Oh my god, they're all dead. Shut up.
Didn't ask.
I know. I mean, granted, the voice acting was pretty okay. He was like, they're all under the skin. It's super corny. Oh, hey, the shipmaster, the white armor guy.
The whites.
The whites.
Yeah, the whites.
White armor.
Crazy.
It's pretty crazy. Oh, do I want this? Yes.
So what do you want to talk about?
Well, what's on your mind, dude?
Why is it all on me all of a sudden?
Well, because you always ask me, I never ask you.
You don't
I
want
wanna
to know
make
what's
sure-
on my mind.
Fucking Georgia or some shit.
Georgia.
Georgia on my... Ray Charles. You
Oh, well,
normal.
I know what that song is.
Okay, good.
No, I'm in my bubblegum era. We know this.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that, please.
You want me to talk about it?
Give the people the good word about Sabrina.
Chat, I'm going through a Sabrina Carpenter phase.
Which is probably the funniest arc I've ever heard about this year.
Specifically, her Short and Sweet album. I have tried listening to her other music. It's not great.
Alright, back up a titch. I put a mine down. You're all the way back there? What the fuck am I on about? You're safe. Ah!
You're dead.
I am dead, because you were all the way back there farting around doing nothing. Talking with Sabrina Carpenter.
But
okay, so yeah, short and sweet.
Short and Sweet's a really good album. There's a lot of really good songs on this album. They're all like super catchy. Like I'll just like just sing it to myself while I'm doing nothing.
Yeah, just a really overall solid album.
It's a really solid album. There's some really nice. There's a lot of really good like instrumentals in it.
I like how you stopped talking when you got shot. Like, nice character. Like, play there. But yeah, like a favorite if you do.
I would say Espresso's really good. Don't
Okay.
Smile's pretty good.
Jesus Christ.
Please, please, please. Pretty good.
Not really.
Bad Chem. Taste. Busy Woman.
You're just a sassy lady this time around, huh?
I mean,
You're in your sass era.
I'm in my sass / horny music era.
You feeling lonely there, dude? Is the quietness
Because
the end?
yeah, the album is a little horny.
I mean, that's fair. I respect it.
Fucking
Oh, god
Juno.
damn it. Ah, the Juno.
Well, that's one of the songs in the album.
I thought about Claro. What about Claro?
No, there's a song on the album called Juno.
Okay, is it just as horny as that song then?
I've never heard that song.
Because Juno by Claro it's a bit out there. In a good way.
She also did a song called Nonsense.
No fucking way we're in a song? No way! That's
And
insane!
there's two of them. There's Nonsense and then a Nonsense Christmas.
And then Sense. Oh wait, yeah.
A Nonsense Christmas.
Nonsense Christmas. That's
So,
really funny. I bet that was a hilarious discovery for you in your apartment.
that was a nice little discovery.
Yeah.
Short and Sweet's a really good album. It's a really catchy album.
Now, would you see her live if you had the chance?
I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't be the right demographic to be there.
Were we the right demographic for
I mean, that's fair.
let's are we really gonna care about that?
Probably not. I don't know.
Like, if you like the music, feel free to spend your money to see it. That's
Right.
that's how I roll. Because, I mean, it'd be really funny to see you at a Sabrina Carpenter concert. just the you look in the background like a bunch of white chicks just all posing for Instagram. That's a funny picture,
Man, now I gotta get a Sabrina Carpenter t-shirt.
I don't know what her merch is though. So like, what would you? I mean, do you know much about?
I have looked at her merch because I was curious.
You were genuinely curious.
There's one hoodie that I kind of like that just says horny on it.
Based.
Like that's kind of cool.
That is very you.
I would buy that. I'd wear it.
That's on the Spenny brand.
Did I tell you about a shirt that I bought recently?
You have not told me anything about your life recently. Please go ahead. Go ahead.
I bought a shirt that has the United Healthcare logo on it, and underneath
Oh.
it,
Oh my god.
underneath it has three little words. Underneath it.
Luigi is innocent.
Delay, deny, depose.
I'd give you a fist bump if I could right now.
It's a really good shirt.
I'd dab you up. That's what I'd do. Not that.
And you know what? It was only $20.
Only 20? That's a steal.
And I bought it online too.
Oh, these are a new variant. So they have like the Flood evolve, like different forms in this game, which I think is kind of neat. There's something new. Anyway, that's a good shirt.
Yeah, it's a really good shirt. But
Where'd you get it from?
I bought it from a really sketchy website called t-shirts@alowprice.com.
Sounds like a torrent website for like t-shirts.
But you know what? They did send it to me.
Yeah, they kept their word.
They kept their
Those
word.
are our friends.
They took my $20 and gave me a shirt that I wanted.
Yeah. Also, like the elites are our allies now.
Nice.
Don't forget that you're literally one of them right now.
We'll see.
We'll see. It's genocide against its own kind.
I don't know. Maybe I'll buy a Sabrina Carpenter shirt. We'll see.
Maybe.
I do like having shirts of like things that I'm into, like movies or music.
I mean, what other shirts would you want to get? Like, what other movies and all that?
I mean, I have a Videodrome shirt.
Okay.
I have a They Live shirt, a Shining shirt, American Psycho. I would like to get an Eyes Wide Shut shirt.
American Psycho.
That shirt's awesome.
I mean, like, which one is it though?
It's like a wraparound of the poster all over the shirt.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's fucking amazing. It was $90, but it was fucking worth it.
The best $90 you've ever spent.
I would like to get an Eyes Wide Shut shirt.
Fair.
Just because it's my favorite movie, so I think I
Right.
should have a shirt of it. I also really wanted to get a Dario shirt.
Oh, interesting. I mean, yeah.
Cause I like that show.
I don't think you ever talked about that.
Okay, so after graduating high school, I was very depressed.
Yeah, and
And
that friend over there.
I was very depressed after graduating high school, and what I ended up coping with was Daria.
Yeah, isn't that like a spin-off of like Beavis and Butthead?
Yes, but
Okay.
it is way better than Beavis and Butthead.
I figured.
And I mean, it's a show about high school,
Hmm.
but it's like told through the lens of someone that's super cynical.
Yeah, Daria, I
Daria,
assume.
and I fucking love it. Also got a lot of really good music, which Okay, if you're ever gonna watch Daria, don't ever watch it on Paramount Plus. Don't ever watch it through legal means because, so when the show originally aired on MTV back in the 90s and early 2000s, they used a lot of music during the
Okay.
show, like from like big artists. Like, I know there's some Foo Fighters songs in there. There's one episode that has like a Will Smith song in there.
Will Smith song.
David Bowie song. So they like use a lot of music from artists in every episode.
All right.
Ever since airing it, they have cut every single song and replaced it with stock music.
Oh.
Every
Ugh.
single one of them.
What the fuck, dude?
Even songs, because there's a couple episodes where the song is integral to the plot, and they
come
cut
on,
it.
dude.
Fucking
Like,
Paramount cut it.
They just lazy then, or something?
So
Or just they want to pay or something?
So, I found through some ways.
That's our friend.
Shut up. I found through some interesting ways, with Daria with the original music.
Okay. Where from then?
Where did I find it? Actually, I don't even know where I found it originally, but
Uh-oh.
what is going on?
So we also have Gravemind stuff like this here. That big worm guy, he like speaks to us.
Okay,
Then
that's a better hallucination scene.
Well, I'm glad you like them better because we're gonna have a shit ton in one other level.
I'm sure I'll get sick of them, but that's at least better than the fucking Cortana one.
Valid.
But yeah, Daria's a really good show. It's not a long show. It's like 5 seasons, maybe like 80 episodes.
Okay.
The last two seasons are the best.
Oh. Hey, Gravemind.
So.
I'm sure you are.
Yeah, I've always liked Daria.
I mean, is it like a favorite episode or something, or?
Mm,
Also, we beat the level. This is the end of it.
I did nothing in this level.
This is a very short level.
I did absolutely nothing.
All right, and they bait and switch us because we actually do not find Cortana right here.
Wow.
We find
My
a
charity, the Prophet's holy city, is
we find a message, and we get reunited with a certain ball.
God, hi, Gladys.
Haven't seen you since Halo Combat Evolved. At least Chief hasn't.
Wait. Leave her alone. If we do not take this device to a safe location,
No Portal came out in 2007.
On
I don't think they copied Gladys still.
Well, actually, I guess it'd be the other way around.
protocol dictated my
There we go. If this was the first game, then maybe there'd be a good chance.
But you know what? I like Portal better, so
I mean, I respect that.
fucking love Portal.
Now I have only one function to help you reclaim it, as I always should have done.
Also, pay attention to that word reclaimer he keeps calling us. It's a very specific choice.
I really want a Portal 3.
I really want a Half-Life 3, but where am I going to get that?
I don't care about Half-Life. Portal is so much fun.
I mean, Portal's in the same universe as Half-Life, so...
Me. I want my Portal 3.
Whatever. I mean, I want that too, but...
Valve, stop making your shitty fucking Deadlock game and make an actual Portal 3.
Uncertain.
I don't think Gabe has anything to do with Deadlock.
Gabe!
Matrices are highly unstable.
Perhaps one of
Fucking
our
Gibby.
That will not be necessary.
Chief,
Success.
High Charity, the Prophet's holy city is on its way to Earth with an army of Flood. I can't tell you everything. It's not safe. The Grave Mind, it knows I'm in the system.
It's just a message.
Let it play.
But it doesn't know about the portal.
Oh,
where
portal.
it leads. On the other side, there's a solution. A way to stop the Flood without firing the remaining Halo leads. Hurry, Chief.
Hey, thanks, Gravemind.
There isn't much time.
And the Ark is one of my favorite levels.
No matter, Oracle. We've heard enough. Our fight is through the portal. With the brutes and the bastard truth.
Fine. We'll remain here. Hold out as long as we can.
Did you not hear? Your world is doomed. A flood army. A grave has you in its sights. You barely survived a small contamination.
And you, shipmaster, just glassed half a continent. Maybe the flood isn't all I should be worried about.
One single flood spore can destroy a species. Were it not for the Arbiter's Council, I would have glassed your entire planet.
Sir, with respect, Cortana has a solution.
Cortana? Did you see her condition? How damaged she is? She could be corrupted for all we know. Her solution could be a flood trap.
We should go through the portal. Find out for sure.
I like how all the
What we
faces
should
have like an
do,
artificial light
Commander,
on.
is understand
Right.
Like,
that this is humanity's
Needs
final
to be the
stand.
table.
Here, at Earth. We risk everything. Every last man, woman, and child.
yes,
stand
risk
our
the
ground.
children.
We might just have
Put them first, actually.
Roll them in.
If your construct is wrong, then the flood is already won.
I'll find Cortana's solution, and I'll bring it back.
Earth is all we have left. You trust Cortana that much?
Sir, yes, sir.
Well, this is either the best decision you've ever made or the worst. Hell of it is, Chief. I doubt I'll live long enough to find out which.
And this is a fun cutscene. Like, oh, a black man? What the fuck? Again, Arby knows the best guns. Rocket launcher. And this is actually the one of the motifs they adapted into the Halo 2 Anniversary. That little musical note there.
Hmm.
But yeah, we're about to have some real fun.
Oh, are we?
We're gonna go a different planet.
Yay, Mars.
More like
Take me to Pluto.
more like Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yay, my favorite planet.
My favorite planet, Albuquerque.
Albuquerque. Oh my god, more cutscene. Great.
Albuquerque.
Brute ships, staggered line. Shipmaster, they outnumber us 3 to 1. Then it is an even fight.
All cruisers fire at will.
Burn them mongrel hides.
True ship isn't taking part in the attack. He must have gone to ground.
Roger that, ma'am. We're on him. Kick the door.
We good, Hocus?
She's a little crook, Sergeant Major. But she'll hold.
All right, pop the hatch.
Love this violin.
Oh, do I finally get to play the video game?
That wasn't that long.
It was a little long,
Oh,
which is, it was 2 cutscenes, so it did feel kind of long.
I mean, yeah, but Jesus, can't wait for you to just play Last of Us. Then those cutscenes are like 6 minutes long sometimes.
While he's there, I'm expecting like a movie.
All right.
This sure does look like Albuquerque.
Indeed, but Look up and around though. Look at the skybox.
Check it out.
That's the Milky Way galaxy right there, bud.
That's cool.
And kind of a cool thing. I'm not sure if actually. Well, check this out. Come over here. We can break crystal meth. Yeah, we just break those little crystals. They have like a really satisfying sound effect. Like, let them break one yourself.
I love crystal meth.
Like, just listen to this. It just sounds so satisfying.
I love my crystal.
Oh my god. Indeed. But in that cutscene, like with them above this place, something I kind of find charming, yet maybe a part of me also goes maybe a little dated, is how they use like paintings as like backdrops.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Which, I mean, I like it from like a quaint, just artsy aesthetic perspective, but just coming off of Halo 2 Anniversary, you just kind of miss like the fully rendered backgrounds.
Yeah.
A little bit. But hey, 2007. For once, Microsoft wasn't that money hungry for another remaster. For some odd reason.
They were too broke.
Or for once had too much honor. Which, fuck no, they don't.
No, they don't. What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? You always gotta talk about stuff. Hey, just shoot the guys. It's like in the middle of the trenches, like, hey, so what's your preferred tax income rate there, Bob?
I hate dead silence.
This isn't dead silence. There's explosions
but
and
like,
shit.
but like when no one's talking.
So what? We're locked in then. What's wrong with that? If you want to talk that bad, bring up a subject.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've been trying to take better care of myself this week.
Yeah, how so?
I got my medication boosted.
Finally. Hope that actually does something.
I'm going for walks around the city, which is pretty nice. There's a little park next to my apartment that I discovered.
Really?
There's a nice little hangout area.
Like, what's the park look like?
It's a big square with a fountain in the middle.
Ah, yes. Minecraft.
Speaking of Minecraft...
Oh, another update on the world?
You know what I discovered?
What's that?
This year, 2025, is the 10th anniversary of that world.
Oh my god!
And
is it now?
I did not realize that until yesterday.
When's its 10th birthday?
December 18th.
Sounds like we got ourselves a Christmas special then, don't we?
Yeah, I was... Oh my god, that's bright.
Oh yeah, Jesus.
Oh my fucking god. Yeah, I want to do a 10th anniversary video. I want to go through, clean up the world, make it look really nice.
Have a more thorough tour.
A thorough tour. Actually finish some of the things that I've been working on.
Yeah, no fucking kidding.
So, that's on my agenda.
Okay, I like it.
So that's a December project.
What projects you hope to get done by that time?
The stadium.
Stadium, all right.
The airport.
It's just the airport.
The university.
And fucking Phantom.
Every interior that I have left completely empty.
Yeah, that'd be probably good to update.
There are 3 like plots for buildings that have nothing there, and I gotta build something there. I don't know what, but something.
Damn. Fucking die.
Yeah, there's some shit to do. I also went through and I was able to kind of remember when everything was built, so I put up signs that say when everything was built.
Did you know?
Like every building. Because I vaguely remember it, and also I kind of remember it because I remember working on those on other systems, because the world started on the Xbox 360.
Right.
And then I moved it to the Xbox One, and then I moved it to the Switch, and then I moved it to my Steam Deck, and then I moved it to here.
Shit's been around more than
It's
I'm
been
not going to say
a lot of
that.
consoles.
Been around more than a Cyberpunk NPC.
Okay. It's been around on a lot of consoles.
It's been touched by many hardware.
It has been touched a lot by many different providers.
Providers.
Microsoft, Nintendo, Valve.
Valve.
So, yeah, that's kind of something I want to work on.
All right, not too bad. I guess we're on the topic of updates. I have an update on the documentary.
I have a couple other updates too, but I'll let you go first.
I mean, it's not long. I'm gonna have my first meeting with my. Actually, the last meeting I had got canceled. I was gonna mention that because she was late working, and she was like, "Fuck," and I'm too tired. Here's your assignment.
Fair.
And it was just going through B-roll, organizing some of it, putting it where it should be. Nothing too crazy.
Nice.
It's still moving along swimmingly. Indeed. Back to you then, sir.
There might be some edited solo stuff that may come to the channel soon.
Really?
Because I have some ideas.
Well, speaking of solo stuff, I've started my script for the Elden Ring video.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna have like a whole intro, and I'm gonna try and have like.
Put a folder for the footage.
I was gonna ask for that.
Yeah,
actually,
I can do that.
I don't really know like where to look for that footage. And I was also gonna ask about other recording software I could use for a couple of this stuff. Probably after the recording.
What do you want? What are you trying to record?
Probably maybe some gameplay, maybe a little of maybe.
Well, okay, so if you're gonna record audio, I would recommend. I mean, you can record natively in DaVinci, but it's not the best interface.
Great.
Audacity is a popular free application for recording audio.
I mean, I have Audacity.
I don't have a whole lot of experience with it, so I can't really tell you how to work it.
Fair.
My favorite is Adobe Audition because it's probably it's one of my favorite audio recording programs, but that costs money.
I was gonna say, yeah, that does not sound very free with the Adobe title.
Yeah. If you're recording gameplay, OBS.
Okay.
OBS is fucking free. It's so fucking easy to set up.
Okay. And I guess with audio, I mean, I was gonna have like, there's mostly gonna be like voiceovers though. Yeah. Not really. Not always like. I would appreciate some native sound in there too a little bit, but I'm not sure with some sequences if it's gonna be better with that or worse.
Like gameplay sounds.
Yeah, I was gonna like. Remember those stories I was gonna tell?
Yeah.
Probably just gonna like walk around and then just. Oh my god, fucking.
I mean, you can just rip like music from YouTube too.
That's fair as well. That's also another. That was another idea I had, but I wasn't sure like. Because I might bounce some ideas off of you for it, and one of my ideas was going to be like some of that music type of stuff. Because we've played the game, and I'm not sure you remember much of the ambient soundtracks, but I'm not sure if it's better or worse. Considering they're like stories of the game for me, I think just for authenticity, it feels better to have like the game audio. But and again, copyright, and that guy ran me over.
Here's the thing: when I never got flagged for the music in the game.
Okay.
So I feel like game soundtracks don't get flagged that often.
Sure fucking hope not. Get the hell off!
Because no game that we have done has ever been flagged.
Kick the hell off real quick.
No game that we have recorded has been flagged for the music.
That's good.
So I don't think that should be an issue.
I'm glad. Okay, yeah, choppers. Alright, I'm gonna park us up here, and we can probably do some range stuff.
Anyway, one of the solo things I'm gonna be working on. In October, I am going to a 24-hour film festival.
Ooh, okay.
It is it's called the Music Box of Horrors.
Music Box of Horrors.
It's a 24-hour straight horror marathon.
And you going with anybody, or is that just you?
I'm going by myself.
You're just gonna like vlog it or something?
I'm gonna do like a kind of like a mix of vlog / like USA, but like
USA Today.
Just like experiences.
Yeah.
And also cool. And probably like review each of the films too.
Oh yeah, like quick, like maybe like I wouldn't say one-off reviews, but like real quick, just in the middle of things.
Yeah.
I see.
That's gonna be fun.
And what movies you're gonna be watching, or is it gonna be a surprise?
A couple. Only 3 of them have been revealed. One of them is Jason X.
Oh.
So.
Okay, that's a weird choice.
I'm very curious what the other ones will be.
That is a very.
Oh, actually, another one of them is Paranormal Activity.
Oh, so is this like a horror movie thing?
Yeah, it's a horror movie thing.
Oh, I guess I didn't. Guess I didn't pick that up from the fucking title.
But
Maybe.
But yeah, it starts at 12 p.m. and it ends at 12 p.m. the next day.
12 p.m. the next day.
I will be there for 24 hours straight.
Gotta have a lot of Red Bull with you.
That's why I even thought of the perfect name. I spent 24 hours at a movie theater.
Damn, wonder where you got that idea from. What a crazy idea.
I love Cliff. I love.
You say clickbait?
Clickbait.
For real. Also, there's a car over here I can bring up to you. And by bring up to you, I mean you'll hop in the gutter.
Fair.
Alright. Notice how it's gold now? It's not meant to be that color. Ooh. It's pretty.
Nice.
Not really. Anyway.
Then yeah, there's the wheel video.
And the wheel as well. But I'm excited for that horror movie marathon. So it's only Jason X, Paranormal Activity, and then you mentioned one more.
There's one more, I forget the name of it off the top of my head, that's been revealed so far. That sounds fun. It says that they're gonna have like a bunch of like movie vendors there too.
Are they gonna have like any of the people like from the movies in there, or just gonna be
They said that there will be, but they haven't said for what yet.
Well, if you get I think his name is who's the Jason actor? Someone like
Kane Hodder.
Kane Hodder, yeah. If you get him, that'd be sick.
That'd be cool. I don't have anything from him to sign because I don't really care for Friday the 13th. But
I mean, I don't really either. I just want to talk to him.
I'd talk to him.
If you could ask, oh, Mother of God. Oh, sweet Mother of God.
Oh my God.
Let's not go in the car, shall we? Let's blow up. I guess if I could ask Kane Hodder, it'd probably be like, I know his favorite stunt is when he was set on fire in, I think, Friday Part 7.
Yeah.
But I want to know, like if you could be a part of any other stunt from any other stuntman in that series, what would you want to do?
Mine would probably be like, if he could direct your own Friday the 13th movie, what would you do?
Fair. I mean, I think knowing him, he's kind of, not that I know him, but just guessing. I feel like he'd play it pretty straight. Some of those Friday movies went nuts. I don't think he liked that.
Yeah.
Like,
the only ones I have seen are the original, Takes Manhattan.
Takes Manhattan? Oh my God.
And the Michael Bay remake.
So, like, one okay one and then two god-awful ones. Okay.
And also Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh, well, yeah, that's just a must-see.
Freddy vs. Jason's really fun. That's a fun movie.
That's a fun time.
That's a really fun. That's a guilty pleasure.
Actually, what the hell's his name? Oh, shit. The guy who plays Freddy?
Robert Englund.
Robert Englund, yeah. What would you want to ask him if you could meet him?
Oh. I don't know. Maybe like how did he come up with like the personality?
Yeah, and
maybe like what's your favorite kill?
That's not a good. I actually don't know that for Kane either. I should ask him that. Ooh.
You're not going to it, so.
No, I'm not. But if I ever get the chance, it's what I'm saying. If I get the chance.
If you get the chance.
Need the chance, dude.
Yeah, that's on Saturday, October 18th.
Well, I mean, I'll probably be knee deep in my senior year at that point, but.
And I'll be in my junior year.
Indeed, you shall.
That'll be a fun time because I've never stayed up for a full 24 hours.
I guess were you tempted to take him home with you, or was it like, okay,
Sorry.
thanks.
Sorry, what?
Did anyone offer to come with you and you refused, or was it just like I genuinely want to do this alone?
It was kind of my own thing. I didn't really ask anybody if they wanted to come with.
Fair.
Besides, I need some time myself.
You need some solo Svenny time.
I need time to myself. I got, I'm trying to take better care of myself. Try to be nicer to myself. I gotta have these like self-care events. To go to.
Yeah. How's that whiteboard doing?
I got some things written on.
What's today's mantra?
Don't kill yourself.
Oh well, straight to the point.
Straight to the point.
Also, we gotta go back a little bit, but we're gonna go a different direction pretty soon. Light backtracking, not very much.
Right.
Get over here, you bozo. Almost head first. What do you think of the chopper, by the way?
Cool.
Yeah, it's very much based in physics. Very much. Like, you try to turn left, you start to, like, drift.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you ran the ghost like this,
Oh my god.
it's a one-hit kill.
Right.
It's really satisfying to get it aimed right.
I bet.
He says as he doesn't even try. Ah, man.
But yeah, I like to do some solo.
What other solo? Do you have any other like content ideas just for yourself?
I really want to do an Animal Crossing video.
Animal Cross.
Because that's a childhood game of mine. Like that's a game where like I remember the story of how I got the game, my experience with the game.
Yeah, kind of like what I'm doing for Halo and Elden Ring a little bit.
Yeah, I guess. But it would just be like my tribute to Animal Crossing.
Valid. I dig it.
That could be a fun.
Do you have like a specific Animal Crossing game you would play, or like?
Well, New Leaf is the one that I grew up with.
Okay.
But I kind of want to go through all of them, just because just kind of go through each of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. All right.
It's just something I have to script. And then also,
yeah.
and then record a shit ton of footage because, the thing about Animal Crossing is that's a game that runs in real time.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So I'm gonna have to like mess with the clocks in that game in order to like get certain things.
Yay.
That's gonna be not a fun time to record.
But hella nostalgic and pretty worth it.
Yeah.
I respect it. God, because I played actually a little bit of I think it was New Horizons. Was that like the new one?
Yeah.
I played a little bit of that when it came out on my ex's Switch, and that one was super fun.
You're right.
And
New Horizons is one that was really disappointing.
Really? You found that disappointing?
Yeah, because there's a lot of things. Well, for one thing, they gate kept a lot of things from the previous game for like future updates.
Oh, you're dead. Sorry, I'll back up a bit.
Like there were things in the previous game that they didn't include when it launched and waited like a year.
Like the teasing Future Days thing a little bit.
Yeah.
That's frustrating.
And it's like that really pissed me off.
I'm sorry.
And unlike New Leaf, it just seems there wasn't really a good reason to keep playing it. Like in that game, there isn't a lot of replay value to that game. Because once you unlock everything, there's nothing to do. And that should not be how Animal Crossing works. Like in New Leaf, when I played it, there's always something to do. There's always something going on.
Yeah, the section's a little hard.
But in New Horizons, it's just like everything's like super babyfied. Like it's super easy now.
Oh, is it?
Like I don't like it.
They
also introduced this like crafting mechanic in the game, which that's super dumb because that's never been in Animal Crossing before, and it didn't need to be in it.
Oh.
So
I obviously wasn't privy to that, so I was going in as if that was my first experience.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry it was so disappointing. It was just kind of charming and fun, at least for me.
It started out fine.
Then it got worse.
It got worse because they would do these updates like... Okay, another big thing about the game. Every holiday, they have these really like fun events to like participate in.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't include the updates in the initial release. Or the holidays in the initial release.
Did they?
They would wait to release them.
What the fuck?
And it's so fucking stupid.
Huh.
So...
That's lame.
Yeah.
I'm so, I mean, all I can say is I'm sorry, I guess. I mean,
Oh yeah, New Leaf is a great game.
And what platform is that on?
3DS.
3DS, I see. God. What are 3DS games that you like to play as a kid?
I had Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon.
It's classic.
That was super fun. Paper Mario Sticker Star is a really bad game, but it's kind of nostalgic for me. Also Nintendogs.
Fuck me. Sorry, the ghost ran me over. Did you die too? Okay,
No, I'm
no,
still
you didn't.
alive.
Okay.
I'm just, I don't know what I'm doing.
You're up in the tower.
Also, Tomodachi Life was so fun.
Ah, I forgot about those things.
I fucking love Tomodachi Life.
Son of a bitch. I didn't actually have a 3DS as a kid, sadly.
Yeah.
I had a Wii, and I had the original Xbox and 360 and all that, but I never had a 3DS.
Interesting.
And I think it's just because when I got I think it was an iPod Touch, it just kind of got a little like, what's the point?
Fair.
It's kind of, it's a little, not like the same thing, but it's like similar concept, like mobile gaming device.
Yeah, that's fair.
But at the same time, I was jealous for the kids that had it. Though. I mean, I'm not really too regretful. I mean, I still had Minecraft as a kid. I was fine.
Minecraft was the reason I got an Xbox 360.
That makes sense.
I wanted that game so bad.
I think it was my old buddy. He brought it. I think I first heard about Minecraft at school. Then my buddy brought over for my 360 because I owned the console before I got the game.
Yeah.
And then I begged for it, and then I got it. It's somewhere down the line. I don't remember.
I think I saw it. I saw videos of it on YouTube.
We've talked about that before, but
yeah, we've talked about that before. Yeah, because as a kid, I had unrestricted internet access.
Unrestricted, yeah.
Which, you know.
It explains a lot.
It really does.
This section's really, really not great on heroic.
Not having fun.
Yeah, this section's a bit, I mean, we're supposed to have more allies, but they're all dead.
This is at least more fun than Deadlock.
Fair. I'll give it that. Deadlock is just, it's a bit much sometimes. Okay.
When are we playing with the boys again?
When are we doing it again?
When are we doing it again?
I guess whenever you're ready to reinstall Elden Ring.
I think I still have it installed.
You never uninstalled it?
I don't think I uninstalled it.
That was one of the first things you said you'd do once we beat it.
I think I forgot to uninstall it.
You kept saying it. I can't wait to uninstall this game. I hate this game so much.
Oh no, I did uninstall it.
And then okay, there you go. That.
I thought whatever.
Fucking liar.
I mean, I'll install it again.
Yeah, because we were gonna do they want to do the bingo thing.
Yeah, I'm down to do that.
I have to send you a video if you kind of get the gist of what that's like. At least what's gonna probably look like for us.
Yeah.
But it's pretty fun. But admittedly, we're gonna have to go through a lot of areas really fast.
Well,
and those bosses.
At least you're good at the game, then.
You are very kind to me. Because I tried some exploits. Honestly, it's going to be a game of just who can exploit what the fastest. And that can be kind of fun.
Yeah.
And there were a couple matches where I was able to get them first, but most of them were not that clean.
Interesting.
Sadly to say. Fucking get rid of you.
I also really want to play GeoGuessr again.
That would be fun.
That was really fun.
Another like one-off type of thing like that.
I also really want to do Rocket League.
I am okay not doing that.
What?
Not a big fan of Rocket League.
What?
I don't really like soccer.
I like that game. That was super fun.
I mean, it's not like I'm not calling it a bad game. Oh wait, hold up. Shut up for a second. This is neat. They could finally do big renders.
Wow, good for them.
Oh, it's so cool though.
Good for them.
Look at the exhaust just blows the tanks away. And we get our tanks finally.
Finally, give me my fucking war machine.
They give us many tanks.
Good. Yeah, let's do Geoguessr soon.
By many, I mean 3.
3 is still a lot.
3 is still a lot of tanks, that's true.
And things are like, what, $400,000?
Nah, they just cost V-Bucks. What are you talking about?
Oh my god, he's already moving.
I mean, yeah, we have to kick out the driver.
Come here.
Shall I help you choose a vehicle?
Your time is up.
Your time's up, buddy.
I'm running these fucking people over.
They're our allies. What'd they do? Well, so you're just kind of pushing them around, you're not really running them over. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah?
Oh my god. Whatever.
Yeah?
They're gonna blow you up, dude.
They're gonna do what to me?
They got RP. You wish. They have RPGs. And the tank.
I will win. I'm a fucking tank.
You'd win for a little bit.
I'm a tank, damn it. I will
Fairness,
win.
The tank is a lot stronger in this game than it was in 2.
I could ruin my enemies.
Oh, we can destroy Phantom up ahead. Hold up. We just gotta shoot the shit out of the dropship. Yeah, just shoot the shit out of it. We did it! Hell yeah. This is cool.
Nice.
And now we're gonna use these tanks to blow up the door we went to earlier.
This game is lagging a lot.
Not on my end. I'm not sure what's going on over for you.
I don't know what's up.
Maybe he just doesn't like you.
Yeah, I don't like me either. No, we're doing okay. We're doing
Come on,
okay.
whiteboard.
We're doing okay.
We're doing it. Oh, and I was actually gonna mention this earlier, but I lost track. I beat Doom: The Dark Ages and Outlast 2, folks, over the last couple weeks.
Nice.
Doom: The Dark Ages is my game of the year so far. No new games have beat it this year so far because of a very sentimental reason, actually. It's because the level design and the gameplay progression reminds me a lot of an old game I used to play called Transformers Fall of Cybertron.
I used to play a Transformers game on my PS2.
Really?
I forget the name of it, though.
It was not the High Moon games, I'll tell you that. Probably
now I gotta look it up.
Go right ahead.
What was it?
You're getting shot at.
Well, maybe you should do something about it.
And maybe you should get in the cover, you dummy.
I'm trying to find the game.
You have dual monitors, you can look.
I know.
Just choose not to.
It was just called Transformers the game.
Fair.
I think it was based off the first movie.
This must have been a really bad game then.
No, I liked it.
That wasn't bad.
Yeah, I liked it.
I mean, I had like the movie, like the game adaptation of the second movie on my Wii, and that game sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't even let you like transform when you wanted to. You just walk around as a robot the whole time. Like, come on, dude.
That's really funny.
Are you serious?
That's really funny.
Deliver on the premise of the franchise.
It's fucking Transformers.
Anyway, though, the reason why I say that about Doom is because they go from like on the ground levels to like big mech robot stuff, then you go into like a flying level, and
that's cool.
It's just a lot of diversity and a lot of really cool different gameplay styles.
Yeah.
And it's just fun. Like, it genuinely like gave me like the Ratatouille like critic flashback. Like, I played the giant robot because it felt similar to when I plays Bruticus in Fall of Cybertron, for those who know. Because you can like destroy buildings, you could squish normal guys, like it's just fun.
You could do that in the Transformers too.
Oh, could you? You could squish people?
You could squish people.
Yeah, that's...
You could throw cars at people.
I love that.
It was super fun.
Oh. I guess I never knew it had that type of mojo.
My tank is stuck.
Gee, wonder why? Not because the mana drives it.
I'm killing my allies.
I can see the -100 over here. Yeah.
I wonder what happened.
Had to happen, whatever it
It
was.
had to happen, whatever.
You're missing out on the cool door action over here.
I'm trying to come over there.
Gross. Ew. Aim that shit out. Ew.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Yeah, you missed out. What can I say? Hi. Ow.
Nice.
Alright, we'll get tanks again pretty soon, though. Alright, well. Fair enough. You had your fun.
Had my fun. Alright.
Had your fix.
Back to the game design.
Back to great game design. In fairness, though, I don't think we've encountered I don't think we've encountered the Elden Ring type bullshit in this series.
No, there's not a whole lot of bullshit in this game.
Sentinels friendly.
But
Green.
But probably when we do bingo, it'll be a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, more like we'll be bullshitting the game. It'll be all the way around because we'll be like kind of
But
exploiting
for
it.
me, on the other hand,
yeah, that's a good point because I won't be able to carry you because I'll be level
you
1.
cannot carry me.
All right, gotta let get our boys across. Look at all the tanks down there we can't drive. Man,
I will
like the
bomb a village in a Middle Eastern country.
We'll get him again real soon.
I want my tank. I need my mass destruction.
Also, I've noticed something.
What?
There isn't a Cortana moment in this level.
Wow! Thank God they finally figured out that it's not a good idea.
Hold up! This is what I've been waiting for. This is one of the best sequences in the entire series.
Oh, hello.
We get to fight scarabs and tanks. And you heard me right, multiple.
That's terrifying looking.
But look above us. The tanks are about to drive like on top, like off that ledge or something. I think.
Are they?
I think. Otherwise, they're gonna come in from down there. Ah, Gauss Hog. We drove this in Halo 2. Hop in the gun, brother. Come on.
On the gun.
Right, blast him. Come on, Dane DeVito, keep doing it.
It's Always Sunny season 17 comes out in July.
And Amazing World of Gumball is getting like brought back
saw
too.
that. I'm not watching it, but you know,
super excited for it.
Good for the fans. Good for the fans.
Did you ever watch that show?
Nope.
Yeah, you'd like it. You
I
would.
probably would, but I'm an adult. I'm an adult.
It's not a full-on kids show. It has some.
It's probably good. I'm just
being a hater as always.
I'm just being what I do best.
Come on, get in the tank. Be who you are.
Be what I am. In the fucking
Get
tank.
out, Bozo.
Yes.
Gotta move.
Yes. Let me bomb things.
Technically, you're not bombing. You're just shooting them.
I will bomb you.
You already have.
I know where you live.
I know. I know. I know.
I may be in a different state, but I could still come over there.
Well, Liam Neeson and trek halfway across the.
Although I am actually going to be in Minnesota for a couple days in July.
Wait, really? You never mentioned that.
Yeah, it's something kind of recent.
You seeing someone or?
No, I was invited back for a couple days over the 4th of July.
Yeah, well, if you got time, we should get lunch or something.
Yeah, let's do that.
Although, gotta let me know when you're gonna be. Who invited you though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll be there from the 2nd to the 6th.
Let's see. Shoot that motherfucker down. That's cool though. I'm glad to be back. I'm actually seeing another old friend of ours on Monday.
Oh yeah.
The Ginger.
Oh my god. Although I would be curious to know what he's up to. I haven't spoke to him since graduating.
He's been in a lot of lady trouble.
I've heard. Well, you told me about that. But...
I know, but even more.
Bro can't stop.
He called me earlier today to tell me more about it.
Bro cannot stop.
I mean, hey, look. All I can say is I respect the grind set. But at the same time, he's kind of self-destructive a little bit.
It's a very self-destructive grind set.
Very much so. But then he would say, what grind set isn't?
Fair.
He's fucking wannabe Sigma type shit. Okay.
What the fuck?
Get the fuck out of here! It's about to explode!
I want things to explode.
Well, it's about to. Take a look.
Oh.
Yay! So cool.
POV Americans on the 4th of July.
POV me and my backer and my dad fucks up the sparklers. Your tank's up there or something, isn't it?
I don't know. Is there?
Come on. Where's mine? Come on.
Let me daintily walk over here.
Just evening stroll.
I love just walking through the desert.
And relaxing. And it's so mindful.
It's raising my blood pressure.
How? You're going slow.
It's raising my blood pressure because it's bothering me.
You know, you're just never gonna accept it, are you?
No. Every first-person shooter game should have a fucking run button.
Actually, Doom the Dark Ages actually had a sprint mechanic, and I really hated it. Because the original Doom games had, like, one speed was already good enough. So it kind of felt needless.
I don't know. I think it's a quality of life feature.
It really doesn't help anything, though. You're just pressing another button while you're trying to operate other things. It's a bit more cumbersome. Then again, you gotta play yourself to find out, which you never will. So.
Yeah, it's not really my thing.
Ah, yeah, just fun stuff isn't your thing, I see.
No, I don't enjoy fun. Although I did discover something that maybe it might go. Maybe it's like a little bonus thing for the wheel video.
Okay, what's that?
So you know the Prince movies that we're eventually gonna land on.
Yeah. What about them?
I discovered that in 1994, Prince released a video game.
No fucking way.
A point-and-click game.
Okay.
And it's called Interactive. And I kind of want to check it out.
Okay.
As a little, like, bonus feature, if you will.
Point-and-click adventure made by Prince.
Made by Prince in 1994.
I guess, do you know what studio you worked with? Or was it just like a solo thing, or?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess I'm morbidly curious to see, but...
Just out of morbid curiosity. Maybe for like 10 or 15 minutes we could like check it out.
Kind of like what we did for Eternal Darkness.
Yeah, well, but not as long.
Yeah, God, we were stuck in that for so goddamn long.
Made by a company called Graphic Zone.
Sounds fake.
But I got the game to work on my PC.
I've already tested it.
I've tested it and I was able to get to the title screen. I haven't looked beyond that.
Interesting.
So I think when we land on the Prince movies, whenever that happens, I think as a little funny thing, we could maybe check it out.
I agree. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Would that be like an intro thing or like maybe?
I don't know.
Maybe the
I mean,
middle of it.
It's already gonna be a giant video. It could really be anywhere.
Yeah, that's for damn sure.
It'll probably just be like around when we do the Prince movies. Maybe in between the two.
I could, whatever you want to do, I'm down for.
There is technically a Michael Jackson game too, but
What, the experience?
Well, there is that. That's the one I was talking about.
Okay.
Although the experience, that's a fucking childhood game.
Yeah, it's same here, same here.
That game was like one of the earliest exposures I had to his music.
With his music?
Yeah.
I thought you said music in general.
No. His music. It was one of my first like big exposures. But there's a game that came out in 1990 called Moonwalker, which came out for the Sega Genesis. Which I've played it before. It's really weird.
Weird how?
So you play as Michael Jackson, which is already kind of strange.
Fair.
And you're looking for children. Hold on. You're looking for children to save them from Joe Pesci.
The fuck?
Because, you know, the Moonwalker... I guess you don't know it. The Moonwalker movie. So in 1988, he released a movie called Moonwalker. I was very tempted to throw it on the wheel, but I decided not to, just because it's mainly a music video anthology.
Okay.
But the movie has a large story where the entire point of it is Michael Jackson saving these children from evil Joe Pesci by transforming into a car and murdering dozens.
Yes, you mentioned that in Halo 2. Yep, yeah, I'm remembering now.
Yeah, so there's a game based off that.
Oh my god, dude. What the fuck?
Which, you know, when we land on This Is It, maybe we could try it out, but...
Maybe?
It's a weird concept for a video game. Licensed by Sega, might I add.
Oh, brother.
By the way, also something I learned recently is that the game Sonic 3, some of its music was done by Michael Jackson.
Oh, like part of its like original soundtrack?
Yeah. In fact, something I didn't know is the end credits to that game is a sped up version of a song he would end up releasing a year later.
Really?
And the song's fucking great too. Fucking amazing.
Huh.
But it's super interesting that he like...
What was the song then?
Well, the song ended up being called Stranger in Moscow. It came out in 95.
Okay.
But it's the reason why... Because you know, Sega re-released their Sonic games all the time. Except for Sonic 3. Because of the music.
Cool. Also beat the level.
Nice. So.
Okay.
Also, he did some other games too.
Get that in a second.
2 to the 18th light years from Galactic Center, to be precise.
What is this place?
The Ark.
This is the Ark?
I had always assumed it was part of our shield installation, but it seems I was mistaken.
That's a first.
Not at all. While I had a complete understanding of Installation 04, my makers wisely limited my knowledge of all other strategic facilities. Compartmentalization, in case I was ever captured by the Flood.
Can you tell me where we are exactly?
Here.
And truth?
Near one of the Ark's supraluminal communication rings, I'm afraid. Unfortunate, the net has triggered a barrier, a defensive perimeter around the Ark's core. The barrier will be difficult to disable. How odd that my makers would place such a comprehensive defense around a single... Oh my.
What is it?
Phantom!
Sparks, move.
We must get past that barrier, or the Northern will destroy it all.
I lied. That was not the end of the level.
Lied.
I forgot. I always think that's the last cutscene, but it's nearly done. That's why. I can really tell that I played more Halo 2 these days than 3. Alright. But okay, you were saying, what about Michael Jackson again?
Oh yeah, so he did a couple other games too with Sega.
Okay.
He did a game called Space Channel 5, which was for the Dreamcast.
For the fucking Dreamcast.
It's a rhythm game.
Oh.
I don't exactly know how it works, but he was part of that. And then he had a cameo in a boxing game that Sega did.
Like Mike Tyson in that one other game.
Yeah, but
was he like a combatant, or was he just kind of like in it?
He was in it. You could play as him.
You could play as Michael Jackson.
A fucking boxing game.
Oh, brother. Life is just funny.
Life is crazy. You like, how often do like musicians dabble into video games? Like, not that often.
What was the other? I know that the Soldier Boy console.
Well, yeah, Soldier Boy console. 50 Cent did a game.
He did a game too?
Yeah, he did a game for the PS2. I forget the name of
it. Was it like another like rhythm thing?
No, it was like I think it was like a GTA clone.
Oh. Oh.
I also know Queen did a game called The Eye.
I've never heard of these.
Which I think is also a point-and-click game, but I don't know anything about it.
Were they like massive failures or something, or like...
I don't know. Well, the Prince one was sold directly through Paisley Park, so probably not a lot of people knew about it.
Fair.
So the Queen one, I have no idea. I don't even know what it is.
Oh.
But since we're not watching anything Queen related, we're not gonna play it.
Yeah, we're not watching Bohemian Rhapsody, and we're also not. Okay.
Oh my god, if we watched Bohemian Rhapsody, that'd be like a Romeo and Juliet situation.
That might be your mental breakdown.
That would be horrendous.
I don't like.
Because it's so bad.
Like, it's a really bad movie, but at least the filmmaking's less abrasive than Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Technically.
But it's still edited obnoxiously in Bohemian Rhapsody.
It is.
They cut every like 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Also, the weird
and it
ass.
won Best Editing. That's what really pisses me off.
Fucking industry plant type stuff. Oh, this actually. To cool our anger off for a second, this is a cool sequence. Don't shoot anybody just yet. Just let this play out.
Very tempted.
They cheer song. We have a 1v1 with this dude.
Interesting.
Please do that though. Well, I'm dead.
I'm out here trying my best.
Are you winning, son?
No. Not.
He's losing, in fact, very horribly.
I'm losing.
Can I please spectate my friend, please?
Yeah, it wasn't letting me spectate earlier either.
Weird.
I don't know what's
Did you
going on
die?
with that. No, I'm still alive.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's because you have to press the arrow keys. That's why.
Oh, I killed him.
You can take the hammer if you want. For your reward.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Alright, now these guys get angry at us.
Oh my god.
Yeah, in lieu of, like, boss fights, they have stuff like that.
That's kind of lame. Oh, whatever.
See, it's lame. I think it's kind of cool. I don't know, again, like, slows down its combat like that. Just have, like, a 1v1 encounter with, like, an audience.
Fair, I guess.
I think it characterizes the brutes better than most other stuff. Because we have Tartarus, we kill him, then what else?
Yeah.
Like, they have a lot less character than the elites do. Yeah, anyway, I think this... Yeah, the Pelican picks us up, and I think that's actually where the level ends. I think I will never speak in absolutes ever again.
You have no idea.
Look at the waterfall, dude. Ooh.
There's like Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Commander.
Johnson, look sharp.
I got it.
No, don't shoot. They mean us no harm. Those units have a priority task.
Oh, yeah?
And what might that be?
I really can't say. Not for sure. But if you allow me to find a terminal closer to home. But what about your construct? Her solution to the problem? With more data, Carter's right. We have priorities too. Until we kill Truth, stop the rings from firing. Nothing else matters.
Alrighty.
Yay.
Next level is also very vehicle based.
Nice.
We actually get to fly in this one. A new vehicle actually.
Interesting.
Called the I think it's not the Falcon, that's Reach. Whatever.
We hit these 3 generators, and the barrier will fall?
A small section, yes.
Good enough. Johnson, drop the chief at the first generator, then head to the third. The elites will punch right down the middle.
Roger that.
Charlie, Foxtrot. Tower 1 approaches, active AAA.
Mayday! I can't control her!
Pelican down! Pelican down!
Brace yourselves, we're going in a little hot!
Alright. What do you think of this music? Man.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I always thought the mixture of percussion and piano was a pretty nice touch.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound too bad. It's one of the more iconic pieces from the game, though, too. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Alright.
You got JFK, chat.
JFK.
Alright, and there. Yeah, this gun, the plasma. I kind of let you control this for a second. Hang on, where can I drop this? Come back here for a sec. Alright. Spartan laser, that's what that's called. It's a really fun gun. Yeah, lock it on that tank up there real quick and just hold the trigger for a sec.
Damn.
That's a super powerful laser.
That's really cool. Don't do anything.
One more time. There you go. It's
nice.
not a very practical weapon multiplayer, but in campaign it's really fun. Alrighty. I'm trying to remember the name of the fucking vehicle we're gonna drive in, but I only used in this game to fucking remember it.
Oh my
Plus,
god.
the Falcon Reach is just a lot better.
Alright.
At least I like it a lot more because we can have like more passengers on it. Alright. Anything in here? Nah.
Yeah, next movie is Strange Days.
And you mentioned what that one was a little bit about last time, but what should I expect from it? At least a little bit.
From what I know, so yeah, it's written by James Cameron and directed by Catherine Bigelow.
Bigelow.
Who directed Zero Dark 30.
Nice.
It's a police movie about the Y2K, virtual reality, and
Fun.
also like remnants of the LA riots too.
Oh. Weird.
So I don't know what to expect.
Honestly, me neither. From
All
all
I've
that.
heard is that it's really underrated. That's all I've heard. And it's also not available on streaming or digital. Or Blu-ray. So...
And
that's another thing that kind of makes it sound interesting.
I'm not looking forward to it. We kind of already had our bottom of the barrel already, so anything in comparison is going to be a lot better.
I mean, I think there's still a couple things that aren't great that are on the wheel, but it's not as bad as Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
It's almost kind of a relief that we got it out of the way.
Yeah, in hindsight, it really was.
It's like, you know, We don't like. What if that was like our last movie?
Would suck.
That would be awful. Awful way
Or-
to end out on.
Or if we'd have like followed up with like one of our favorites or something.
Yeah,
That'd be really.
that'd be really bad. But I like
Thanks,
the,
Intuition.
I like the wheel concepts.
Me too. I mean, it's fun.
It adds some fun to it. We never know what's gonna happen.
Or for all we know, it just adds another option like in the wheel just on its own.
Yeah.
And it's like fucking cool cat fucks the kids. Good lord.
That'd be kind of funny.
It'd be really funny, but it'd be utterly insufferable.
Maybe like when we get to the last movie in the list, maybe I'll like throw. Oh my god.
Oh, come on.
Maybe I'll throw in like Cool Cat Saves the Kids as like if we don't land on the final movie, we have to watch Cool Cat Saves the Kids.
No.
As almost like a little punishment.
Then I'm actually opening up some alcohol for that one. That's what
that'd be just so much fun to watch.
Oh, I'd never want to talk to you again, though. But you know, it'd be funny.
It'd be really funny.
It would be funny. Okay, though, let's head down here this time.
But there's still a lot of options I really want to rewatch Her.
Yeah, me too.
Because
I mean,
it's been fucking forever since I've seen it.
God damn it. Okay, move. Move.
And Phantom Thread, also really good. I'd love to watch that again.
Okay, shield recharge. Yeah, a lot of these movies I have no comment on because I've never seen them and I have no knowledge of what they're about.
Also, Perfect Blue is one of my favorite anime movies.
I'm dead, by the way.
I'm dead too.
Ah, you're dead.
Perfect Blue it's like the precursor to Black Swan, kind of.
Oh.
And also a little bit of Requiem for a Dream.
Oh boy, that's
it's a really oh my god.
God damn it, Wraith.
It's a really disturbing movie, but I love it. And it's also really short. It's like less than 90 minutes.
Another wasn't that like was it before midnight or no, before sunset?
Sunset.
Yeah. Interesting.
And there's also stuff on the wheel like I added because you hadn't seen in like big movies. Like No Country for Old Men.
Right.
It's like probably one of the best movies of the 2000s.
Really fucked up, but yeah, it's really good.
Also, Fight Club is on there.
I saw.
Because I think
I'm looking forward.
Because I think it's fucking criminal that you haven't seen it at this point in your life.
I don't know. I guess as a movie fan, it's kind of it's a bit insane that I haven't seen it.
It's kind of insane.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, and did the game freeze for you too?
Yeah, it sure did.
That's fun. Anyway, moving on.
Oh my god.
This area is really. We need more allies here, huh?
Oh my god.
Okay, I think another approach is needed.
I think we need another approach.
I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah, try that.
And I'm gonna put us up here, behind this tree,
Good
so
spot.
you can use the gun if someone comes along. I'm about to snipe some dudes.
Good spot.
Nice and cozy. I don't think the Wraith can get us from this way.
I'm being shot at.
I know. Well, how fun that you can go over there. You're dead? Okay.
Yeah, I blew
Go
up.
back over this way. Mom, I blew up. I need to find a plasma pistol somewhere. Just need to get that. If I can get that, I can shut down the Wraith and our lives will be a lot easier. like a lot easier. Jesus. Some Beavis and Butthead over here didn't even make it anywhere at all. That's cool. Okay.
They took one for the team.
God, you look at this foliage. I bet Kojima lost his shit over that too.
Fucking Kojima.
What are your thoughts of him, actually?
He's an interesting guy.
Yeah, like I've never played Death Stranding. I know the next one's coming out real soon.
I've never played Death Stranding. I've never played Metal Gear.
I am actually gonna try and play 5 before this year's over.
I know that I know that A24 is making a Death Stranding movie.
A24 is doing what?
They're making a Death Stranding movie.
Why?
I don't know.
What the fuck? The game is really weird to put into a movie.
But I've heard.
It's like laughing while walking.
I've heard reports that they are making a movie.
Okay, well, I'll be keeping my eyes and ears open for that, and the Elden Ring movie.
And the Elden Ring movie, which is fucking weird.
I mean, I'd argue that's a better game to make a movie from, but...
Fair. I'm still waiting, because A24 is making the Backrooms movie, too, with Kane Pixels of the Backrooms series.
Are they now?
And they have not talked about it in the past 2 years.
Development hell, maybe? Question mark?
Like, I want to see. Like, he's been making new episodes, too, for the Backrooms.
As you know.
And they're really good.
I guess I haven't really been keeping up with that story too much. I wish I had grenades. Did you get run over?
Yeah,
Alright, I got 2 plasma grenades. If you get close, I can blow them up.
We need more analog horror stuff.
We really do.
I think we're going through like a drought right now.
Actually, wouldn't be bad if you want to do that for like a Halloween special, maybe. Just go through some analog horror stuff.
That could be fun.
Just get
That would be
close.
a lot to make, though.
Yeah, it would be a bit, but I mean, it'd be fun, you know.
Yeah.
Then again, though, I mean...
There is the analog horror movie Skin and Ring that I'd love to rewatch. So.
Yeah, I think some people recommended that to me as well.
That's a really... It's a movie that you're either going to find really boring or you're going to be really invested.
Isn't it about like 2 kids or something?
It's 2 kids, and they like... What is it? Like, their family disappears or something?
Yeah, I've
No,
seen some...
actually, no, their family doesn't disappear. Like, the doors in their house disappear or something. And then, like, their family, like, starts saying weird things to them. Like, it's actually, like, a really creepy, disturbing movie. But a lot of the movie is staring at, like, corners. Like, staring at corners at walls. So it's kind of like an audio drama instead of a movie. But there's some, like, good visuals to it.
Is it like really blue a lot too?
Blue, very like staticky. Like it looks like it's like it's like an old reel of film almost.
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
Like it's a really cool movie. Oh my god, where am I?
Knee deep in enemy territory. What the fuck do you run ahead like that?
I didn't mean to, but whatever.
As you're talking about a skin and rink, your brain's just distracted.
I would love to watch Skid and Rink again. I was gonna throw it on the wheel, but I felt like maybe we wouldn't have a lot to say about it because again, it is a lot of the movie is just staring at walls.
Yeah, admittedly though, it sounds really cool.
It's a really cool experience.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it is kind of one of those things where it's like, don't look at it as a movie.
Look at it as an experience.
Because as a movie, it kind of sucks as a movie.
Fair.
But as like an analog horror experience, it's really good.
Maybe it might be like my own time type of thing, maybe.
Maybe.
Off camera. Okay.
I think it's on Hulu. I remember right.
I think I have Hulu, but I mean, I'll just double check that.
Or at least I think at one time it was on Hulu. I don't know if it still is.
Okay, the Suicide Grunt. That's cool.
I own the movie, so.
Oh, you own it?
Yeah, I have the. Well, when I bought it on Amazon, and I purposely picked the Blu-ray. They sent me a DVD.
Just what? Why?
But I'm not mad about it because of how like low quality the movie looks anyway.
I see.
Okay.
So
it's almost like I mean, watching it in HD wouldn't. Like, I'm not gonna get a different experience. So,
yeah, no, you're not.
So it's like I'm kind of fine with having the DVD for it.
When was the last time you saw it, though?
Oh, it was probably like 2 years ago, maybe.
Hmm.
I saw it like not too long after it like came out. I really wish I saw it in theaters. That is a movie that like if you saw that in theaters, it would be so good.
You could be part of that marathon. Who knows?
I would, if that happens, I would fucking love that. Fucking
Suck
Florida.
that chocolate flu.
But
I love physics.
yeah, that's a movie where it's like I would love to, I'd kill to watch that in a theater.
Are there any? Is it like? Would you say it's like tense at all, or like?
If you're invested in it, yes.
Okay.
But you need to be very immersed in the movie.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay.
Like I said, it's if you look at it as like a movie, it kind of sucks. Like you can't really like throw it on and kind of just like watch it. You really gotta be watching it.
Do you think I would like it, knowing me?
I think you'd enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm willing to bend my my viewing tendencies.
Like they're like beyond just the fucking shots of walls and doors. There is like an actual like super disturbing story of it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a really good Wendigoon video about the movie as well.
I assume it spoils a lot, though.
It does spoil a lot of the movie, but he gives a really good like explanation of the movie if you don't get it the first time. Because there are things that you might miss the first time you watch it.
So it's a good like post first viewing type of watch.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
So.
Okay, that guy still has his fucking shield up. So I was trying to get the hammer dude off the field real quick.
You can't hit me. There's glass. Okay.
Proceeds to hit you.
You sure did.
Okay. Please respawn. Please respawn. Please respawn. Oh god. Oh god. All right, one man versus one gorilla. I got this.
I think you got this.
Especially if that gorilla sits still and just constantly takes headshots. There we go. My hammer. Right. Just look at that fucking nerd. Look at this idiot. He can't go through the glass. Look at this stupid idiot. You can't see where I'm looking, can you?
This is like when I was tempting the blind man.
You really did test your luck with that, dude.
Yeah, it was also just because I was getting bored of being by myself.
Yeah, you were kind of... You really didn't... You, like, kind of got somewhere at first, but then you just kind of had, like, all your progress shut down.
Yeah, I was kind of getting... it was just because I was alone.
Alright, and now we gotta... Johnson's team isn't gonna do it, though. Because they're kind of effed up.
Reinforcements, man. We're pinned down.
I'm on my way.
Negative. Fire's too heavy. Everyone fall back.
Sergeant Major.
Mm-mm.
Johnson, can you hear me? Chief, you need to link up with the elites and proceed directly to the third tower. Make your way back to the beach.
This is where we fly. That's right.
I believe I
We
can
gotta-
fly.
I believe I can touch kids, too.
You know R. Kelly wrote a Michael Jackson song?
I think I've heard about that at some point.
And it was the song that like it was the first song to ever reach #1 immediately on the top 100. Like first song ever to debut at #1.
Of course it was that one.
It's a fucking gorgeous song. You Were Not Alone.
Oh, it's that one.
Mm-hmm. He wrote it.
Get in, sir.
Huh.
But it does kind of suck that little history is, you know.
Right on.
Yeah.
Buckle your seatbelts. Let's haul ass.
Yeah, different kind of warthog. It's more built for taking on more people.
Yeah.
Like such.
I could blow us up there.
Blow us up there?
You would like that, wouldn't you?
Nah, I'd rather not. I'd rather be alive when I do this. Thank you.
Do you though? Do you want to be alive?
Ask yourself the same question.
I really could.
Really could.
You just
Okay,
trying to Paul Walker us.
Oh, I'm gonna Paul Walker us? Okay. Also, some people are asking me to speak quieter, so I'm gonna try and do such.
The cons of not living on your own.
I know, but then again,
grown man still not living alone. Bro is
Yeah,
not
grown
in
man
poverty yet or in debt.
want to keep talking about that?
Bro doesn't understand having a landlord.
Yeah, I really want an old ass man to order me to pay for basic living needs.
I mean, I have one.
Huh. How are they, I ask?
He's fine. He one time fixed my bathtub because it wasn't working when I first moved in. There was one time where the toilet kept like flushing over and over and over again, and all he did to fix it was just hit it with a hammer, and he fixed it.
Nice.
So yeah, he's kind of cool.
I'm glad he ain't bad. Yeah, we got our first aerial battle.
Nice. I feel like Snoopy in the Red Baron.
This is. He just.
I need my Snoopy in my life. What can I say?
Your brain makes very interesting connections.
That's the medication.
That's just the puppy with the spinny hat.
See, I need more of my medication.
If you already got more of it.
300 milligrams? That's baby shit.
How many milligrams does a mofo need?
Actually, she told me that the maximum that you can get is 500.
Really?
So if I take 2 of them, that's more than I can have.
Interesting.
Also, she recommended me something called the Happy Light.
The Happy what?
A Happy Light.
Happy Lights.
A Happy Light is a light stand that you shine towards you for 20 minutes a day in the morning, and it's supposed to boost your serotonin and melatonin.
Huh.
I don't know if I believe it, but I bought one anyway to try it.
What color light is it, I guess?
It's a white light.
It's a white light. Okay.
But it's supposed to specifically help with
nice wood there.
Shut up. It's mainly for seasonal affective disorder, but she said that it also helps with depression.
Okay. Well, I hope it does something, I guess.
The only thing I can really say about it is that afterward I do feel weird because I do have a light shining in my face.
Indeed.
So, I don't know. I think I just need more pills.
I think that's been your main takeaway from all therapy, just I need more pills.
I need to numb everything. I want to have, I gotta either be happy or just numb.
Happy or feel nothing.
Feel nothing.
Gotta be Linkin Park or that puppy dog.
Linkin Park.
Numb.
Yeah, I get it.
You got it. Good. Okay. How do we get down? Oh, control. Control. Must learn control.
I need control in my life.
Look at this pink elite. Yassified alien.
Don't say that. So when are you gonna get your own place?
Actually, I was talking a bit to a lady a little bit about that.
Yeah?
Oh,
You gonna get a place together?
we want to.
Do it. Go for it.
I killed some of them accidentally. not me.
Go for it.
Sorry, a brute got in my way and the gravity hammer killed them.
Ow.
My bad. That's my fault.
So when are you gonna do it?
When?
Yeah.
I don't know. And when we both get stable jobs, we both like.
Good luck with that in this economy.
We're trying to right now, both of us.
Good
Well,
luck with
she
that.
more than me, because I probably have school left. But we're both looking. Once we do that, we
Okay, my
Yeah,
next
some more-
question is, where do you plan on living? Do you plan on staying in Minnesota, or
hopefully not long term. I'll say that.
once you get out of Minnesota, finally?
I actually do want to move somewhere else.
Okay, where do you?
Oh.
If it's up to you, where do you want to move?
Depends on the. I mean, well.
If it's up to you, where would you like to move?
Depends on the stage of my life, but I mean, right
Okay,
now.
let's say next year you just graduated.
By the choice.
It's your choice. Wherever you want to go.
There's a few options. I mean, like, you've made Chicago sound pretty nice, and considering what Michaela wants to get into, that seems like a pretty smart location.
Chicago's a pretty nice city, yeah.
Maybe. We definitely do not want to go to the coast, but if we had to, probably go to Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, oh my god.
Probably.
I've never
'Cause
heard someone say, I want to live in Massachusetts before.
I got connections there, so.
Oh, do you?
That's my main reason, but.
Okay. So would you live in like Boston?
Most likely.
Well,
At least at
I'd
first.
visit Boston.
I mean, I've visited Boston. It's fine.
I would maybe visit Boston.
We'll say it's best seafood I've ever had.
As someone who doesn't really eat a lot of seafood, good for you.
Thank you. Other than that, I think, honestly, kind of about it right now. I mean, probably the first place would be somewhere in Minnesota, though. I mean,
Fair.
don't think it'll be Minneapolis. Definitely not that. Maybe.
But you could just take the big leap. Go to a brand new place.
That is true. I know Michaela and I kind of want to have like a test run though, like somewhere close, just so we can know if we can even like cohabitate. Really.
That would be, yeah, that's true. Like, if you two were to, like, break up and you live in, like, fucking Massachusetts.
You get the logic now.
Yeah.
Okay, where the fuck is the way up there?
That being said, I mean, I took a major risk moving my first ever apartment, and it's in a completely fucking different city, different state.
I mean, I commend you for that, but I mean, we're in different circumstances.
Yeah, you know.
Like, I mean, all respect to you, and I'm glad it's been working out.
Yep. It's kind of incredible that I've been able to do it.
Yeah, to be fair, that is pretty remarkable.
It's kind of fucking incredible.
Especially for someone our age.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's about it right now. I mean, comes like later in life, though, I kind of want to live somewhere a little more quiet, you know?
Bro does not want the city life.
Not farmland, exactly. Not completely rural, but also don't really like suburban either.
So you want the city?
Maybe like somewhat close to it.
I think you want to live in a downtown city.
You don't speak for me.
I think you want to live in downtown New York.
I don't know. Just, you know that beginning cutscene of like Joel on the porch?
Yeah.
If I can do that mindfully enough, I'm happy.
So you want to live in the suburbs?
It'll depend. It will. I'll have to see what future Q is feeling like. As of right now, though, I need to be active, and being somewhere active is where the cities are.
Yeah.
But alright. Wait, elevator. Nick,
My next question is, since you graduate next year, what's the plan?
I still have one more year of college.
Yeah, you graduate next year.
Oh, Sorry, my bad. I misunderstood.
So what's the plan, champ?
I plan on actually, for one thing, I'm gonna try and. Well, my first goal is to. Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god.
Blinding. Eh. What I'm hoping to get done during my senior years, I'm hoping to revitalize this club, and through that I can network with other people like in various industries. Because my interests are very wide spanning. I have a lot of areas I wouldn't mind going into. So it kind of depends on the cards I'll be dealt in time. But ideally, I wouldn't mind like maybe something in film or visual media. I wouldn't mind writing. I wouldn't mind like what's the word? Frickin'
Now, Prophet.
wouldn't mind just like team-oriented stuff as well.
Yeah.
Like it's I cannot tell you a ooh, what the
By the
fuck?
gods, brace for impact.
Oh, that's High Charity, that's what that is. The mushroom ship.
But you don't have like a plan yet of what you're actually gonna do.
I will have a plan eventually, indeed.
Eventually. Okay.
Right now the plan is to get a club done and then to contact my connections to come present, and then well, one of my plans of the club is to like give comm majors like a way to network with other people in various industries.
Yeah.
Be like a social, it'd be both relaxing but also kind of professional and all that. When I can do that, I will figure it out from there. It's kind of in the dark, I guess, right now. Mildly. But I will say this. I'm hoping with time I can. One of my biggest things actually isn't finding out what I'm going to do, it's how I'm going to change when I do things.
Yeah.
Because I'd be fine working at many different types of industries or different types of work. If I like it, that is. But
Yeah.
I'm always worried about like what I'm more worried about is how I'm going to grow, what person I'm going to become, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't want like my work life to kind of corrupt me in ways which will make me unhappy or like damage my relationships, you know?
Fair.
And that'll depend a lot on how like a work life balance, which I will do my best to maintain that when I get it.
Yeah.
But many people in my family don't always have the best ways of coping with things when it comes to work.
Right.
And I kind of want to break that cycle.
Never know.
And I've definitely been part of it with college and other stuff. You know, I won't really go into detail, but I didn't really answer your question, but because I don't really have an answer to it right now. And I'm sorry if that's not sufficient.
I don't really have a plan, to be honest.
I was going to turn it back at you, though, as
Yeah,
well.
My plan is not die.
To be alive to make one in the future.
Well, I guess the plan is, yeah, I'm going to college again.
College 2.
College round 2.
Chicago Boogaloo.
This time though, getting a fucking bachelor's degree. Which, you know what? That's what I should have done in the first place. I should have gotten because the thing is, you know, I've looked at many applications in my field. Almost every single one says you need a bachelor's degree. So, I would like to get a bachelor's degree. Plus, the school that I went to wasn't really that good in terms of connections.
Really?
Like, we had very few, like, networking events to actually participate in.
That sucks.
And since I'll be going to an actual college that actually, like, cares about, like, visual arts and liberal arts, I guess you could say. You know, that will actually help me get connections.
Right on.
So.
And I'll give you this, there's a lot of networking events, and I've been able to, like I mentioned, the documentarian, and there was also There was a few photographers I met, a few cinematographers. There was also a. I messaged them and they haven't messaged me back. So that's. Oh, I should let you get this.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of hey, I met you here. Wouldn't mind talking again, you know?
Right.
But nothing comes up from it. So, I mean, that feels great. But
Yeah.
that's the way every day goes, I guess.
Yeah. In terms of like where I'm gonna work, I don't know. I just all I fucking want is be able to, you know, be able to pay for where I live and not have to worry about it.
Yeah, live as comfortably as you can.
I just want to live comfortably. I don't need a lot of money. I just want to be able to live comfortably.
Right.
So.
Also, I like how the weather goes from like greenery and tropical to
snow.
Yeah, it's a little Dark Souls 2-y, but I don't mind it that.
And then like, I would like to stay in Chicago as much as possible because I do like it here.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind though going other places though, just to see what it's about.
Yeah.
I know Atlanta has a huge film industry. And I have genuinely like looked into it before. So I probably wouldn't mind living in Atlanta, except for the fact that it's in the fucking South and also in the heat all the time.
Yeah.
There's that aspect of it that I don't like, but
you
know,
and Sally.
I think that could work for me.
Yeah, it really sucks that politics is something that's gonna have to play such a big part into it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure we'll both find like.
But I also know that Atlanta does have public transportation. They have their own subway system because I am not driving.
Fair.
So that whenever like looking at a place where I want to live, it has to be somewhere that has good public transportation. Like Chicago. And I had no idea that Atlanta had actually public transportation.
Really?
They have public transportation, so yeah.
Nice. Also, we gotta fly again.
Nice.
What do you think of these Hornets, by the way?
They're cool.
Yeah, they neat.
Neat.
Nothing too crazy. Little bugs.
Little bugs.
And now we got 2 scarabs to take down.
Nice.
Alright, I'll take the left one, you take the right one.
Yep.
Unless you want to take one on shared.
Yeah, I'll go for the right.
Hell yeah. Don't forget the Banshees. Lock in, chat. This is it. We're actually really close to... We're like 2 levels away from beating the game, by the way.
Nice, we'll beat it next time.
Yeah, this is the last level of the day, I assume.
Yeah, because I actually have to work at 6 a.m.
Ew. 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 Gross.
Yeah.
Icky. Then again, you get... I don't have a job right now, so...
Yeah, you're broke.
I'm not broke, I just don't have an income.
I have an income. I'm being an adult.
Maybe when July comes around I may be broke, but who knows? Who knows, chat?
Who knows?
Alright.
Also, I don't really have a desire to live in Minnesota, to be honest.
I mean, I kind of figured.
I have seen enough of Minnesota.
But I mean, it's
a nice state, and I will happily visit it throughout the year, but I don't really want to live there.
I respect it.
I don't really want to live in Minneapolis. I fucking hate the suburbs. I've just seen it too much. I lived in Minnesota, for 20 years. It's time for somewhere else to get a change.
I mean, you're in Chicago. You've already been
in Chicago.
But I mean, I was going to ask you this. You've been saying a lot of positives about Chicago, but do you have any criticisms of it?
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of, homeless people around, but I mean, that's kind of, the thing about every city. I think it's not terribly expensive here. I guess I don't remember how it is in Minnesota, but I don't think it's that expensive.
Damn it.
To be honest.
Fair.
I don't really have a whole lot of criticisms about it.
You gotta take down the scarab, dude.
Well, I was trying to get you to spawn in.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm 2 million fucking miles away from my shit, though. But alright, fair enough.
Like, I haven't had any major ones yet.
Fair enough. I guess I am truthfully very happy that you've had such a good change in life.
I am trying to make this year, like, a better, like, trying to improve things.
Even though it's been a rough year in a lot of ways, it's just, I mean, outside of us, I think, like, the world itself is in a really worse place than I think it's been in a while.
Yeah.
But I mean...
I'm trying to improve my mental health a lot this year.
Yeah, it's a commendable effort. I mean, I'm proud of you, quite frankly.
Very fucking difficult.
You gotta really isolate yourself from the news and anything.
Yeah.
Anything, well,
the
what's
news,
the word?
Thoughts in your head.
Mm-hmm. In my head. Zombie. Alright, let's get this over with.
But I mean, yeah, I will have depression all my life.
Yeah, I think it's... Do you think... Can you really, like... I mean, I've heard stories of people who, like, beat, like, depression and, like, other mental illness, but do you think it's more of a game of living with it?
I think it's a game of living with it.
Yeah, I figured. That's kind of what I've discovered, too.
Because, you know, like, with going through therapy, I've been really trying to, like, think back on my life. And I think I've genuinely been depressed most of my life, but it hasn't been as bad as it has the past couple of years.
That's fair. That's good. That's really good to hear.
Like within the past maybe like 5-6 years, I'd say it's been slowly getting worse. And then, like, I would say within the past maybe 2 or 3 years, it's really gotten bad.
If only we had more time.
Would you say that, like, how is, like, this
lag.
feeling? I did not get any lag there at all.
Anyway, what?
Has this helped much? Like, just this channel?
Oh yeah, this is great.
Uh-oh. Speaking of
this is not great. No, I love doing, like, the edited stuff. That's, like, it gives me something to do in the week. Because I do need more things to, like, occupy my brain to combat the loneliness.
Indeed.
So I do enjoy that. I enjoy playing these games.
Even when we have annoying Cortana moments.
Even when it's games I'm not really that interested in.
Chief, how close are you?
Not close enough.
That the best you got? Oh, come on. Impress me. Stop! You imbecile! He wants you to kill him.
I'd prefer that you did not.
How was that line so quiet?
What's the matter, big shot? Can't start your own party?
I admit, I need your help. But that secret dies with all the rest.
Johnson, sound off.
Get out of here!
Not without you.
You delay the inevitable. One of you will light the rings. You cannot hope to kill them all.
You're right.
Do it. Me. Then you. Now. No! Your forefathers wisely set aside their compassion, steeled themselves for what needed to be done. I see now why they left you behind. You were weak, and gods must be strong.
Do not shoot, but listen. Let me lead you safely to our foe. Only you can halt what he has set in motion.
And I think this is the final section of the level. It's a really long level. But, you know, I find it really cool that, like, all the rings are shown in these, you know, things above us. And actually, one of them in the distance is, like, damaged, because that's the one we blew up. It's just a cool detail. But, yeah, fighting with Flood. Who'd have thunk?
With that.
Alright. Alright. Again with the head first type shit.
There's so much happening. My brain is not comprehending.
I think your brain's fried right now, isn't it?
My brain is... needs more pills.
Do you want to get like a quick energy drink or something?
I don't know, because I'm going to go to bed.
Right. Who knows, you may need to beat this. Who knows? Either lock in or get the juice. Oh jeez. That was a jeez. Also, the Arbiter has a pretty cool moment coming up here. Because he finally is given something to do. I kind of forgot how, like, backgroundy the Arbiter is in this game.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks. Like when he was like the... I mean, he's here the whole time at least, but he doesn't really give him any choices, you know?
Right.
And that's kind of the main way I like characters, is when they make choices.
Right.
That's... Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. He got blown the fuck out.
Got beaten with the hammer.
Son. Come on, just die. There we go. He's dead.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, the grunts commit suicide like that.
Nice.
They just like rip out two grenades, start charging at you.
So real.
For real, bruh. What a hell of a way to go out.
It really is.
Okay, not too much farther now. You know what? Since this is your sequence, I'll let you go first.
My sequence?
Yeah, your character does something cool. Go ahead.
Okay.
Finish this.
Stop the rings. Save the rest. I Can you see, Arbiter? The moment of salvation is at hand.
It will not last.
Your kind never believed in the promise of the sacred ring.
Lies for the weak, beacons for the deluded. I will have my revenge. On a prophet, not a plague.
My feet tread the path. I shall become a god.
You will be food, nothing more.
No!
Shit, that was easy.
I am truth, the voice of the Covenant.
So, you must be silenced.
Look at them holding hands.
Now the gate has been unlatched, headstones pushed aside, corpses shift and offer room. A fate you must abide. Betrayed one villain for another.
And now we gotta kill the Grave Mind.
Nice.
And we gotta kill the Cthulhu villain.
Hey, Cthulhu.
Yeah, check it, old man dead up here. Dead as hell. Fuck you, nerd. But yeah, the Arbiter finally gets revenge on all of religion.
Nice. It's about time.
Finally kills the Catholic Church.
Thank God Francis is dead.
Now time for Leo.
It's Leo's turn.
He cannot escape.
He cannot escape his destiny.
It is fate.
It is fate. It has to happen.
It must happen. Oh, Jesus. Did I hear a yawn?
What? No.
No, yeah, you're wide awake right now.
I'm wide awake.
I forgot how long this level is, though.
Having my lollipop.
Just lollyganging back there. Dilly-dallying.
Dilly-dallying.
Nothing I love more.
I mean, I probably won't ever be like the lollipop.
You'll get as close as you can. Guess that's the pursuit of happiness, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree though. We kind of
You just gotta
live.
You just gotta cope.
I would say cope. I would say just kind of learn to adapt and kind of manage, you know?
Yeah.
Coping is like denial.
5 stages of grief.
Indeed. Why it's unhealthy.
Yeah.
Plus you can pick up that gravity hammer if you want it.
Yeah,
I don't really want it. He's squashing the bugs. Up. Hi, Cortana. I bet you do.
Plus, besides depression, I gotta deal with my perfectionism.
Yeah, that's a new thing.
That's a new thing. You know, major perfectionist, but also an intense fear of failure, so then I don't do anything.
You're just...
If it's not one thing, it's the other.
Two sides of one self-destructive coin.
I am just self-destructing.
Very much.
Yep.
Get up here, you. Let's get out of here. I think we gotta go down here. Big flashing blue light. Wonder what that means.
Good area.
Yep, he's getting
What can I
flashbacks
do?
of his e-girl.
Huh?
Chief is seeing his e-girl everywhere.
Bro is seeing his queen.
Why is the music still going?
I don't know.
It's a really annoying theme when it's on for too long. Just Can this music fucking stop? It's a
I don't
good
think it's
scene.
going to stop.
Oh, thank God it did. Because this is a really, really cool moment.
A replacement for the ring you destroyed.
When
Indeed.
did you know?
Just now. But I had my hopes. What will you do?
Light it.
Then we are agreed. A tactical post will completely eradicate the local infestation. I will personally oversee the final preparations, though it will take time.
How will you light it?
And chat, that is where we end off.
Yay.
Yay. So yeah, okay. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Oh no, we can watch the cutscene. Real quick.
That looks like a painting.
Because it is.
I knew it.
My favorite musical cue again. Greatest Journey. Now where the fuck do we get these banshees?
Chief, I'll round up our survivors and fall back to the dawn. Shipmaster will do the same with the elites.
You step in horse
Katana's
poop.
here somewhere.
And that is where we leave off. For next time. That was kind of a little exhausting.
That was very exhausting.
Then again, though, let me double check something. Yeah, do we have 2 more levels?
Yay.
Then we're good.
Yay.
And this next one is where we rescue Cortana, hence the name. Anyway, let's just end it.
Past my bedtime.
This was a long session, but I had a good time. Last of Us Season 2 was disappointing, but Halo 3 is still kind of, even though it has its problems, it's still fun, at least. But alright. Hope y'all enjoyed today's episode and that you come back next week for your weekly dose of nonsense. See ya.